And we're doing it live. Yes, right, baby. We doing it live. And just like I said on Twitter, I said I was going to start drinking early. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, yeah. And you know what? And you know what I'm sipping on? I didn't get no Crown. I got some of that tequila. So we back on that black love, baby. It's going to be whatever it's going to be tonight. Okay, make a mic get a little loose. But anyway, it's good to be back.
Oh, no, you're going to have to put that away.
They had us working like nobody's business. I was sick. I was working on my PC. I had to tell you a little story later on about my PC episode. I know I was showing it. It was great. It was purring. And then all of a sudden, K-Mega made a simple mistake, and then things start smoking. So I had to replace my motherboard. I've set it on fire. But regardless of that, it's purring like a cat right now, baby, and it's all good. You don't hear nothing. I sit there and had to do it all because of just one chord, man, one chord. But anyway, it's good to be back. And, man, we have one of the originals, one of the matriarchs is here, baby.
Yes. What's up, everybody? Glad to be here. Just, hang out with the family. You know what it is.
All right. Yes, no doubt. How you been? What's been going on? What you been playing?
Good, man. Just chilling. Working on growing my gaming. Just trying to promote ourselves. Get out there and things like that. The grind. Just enjoying playing games, man. Life of a gamer. It's fun.
No doubt. We're all big kids. It's all great. Good deals. So anyway, moving on. Now it's time to introduce the bums. Let's get to it. Triple Cup Chuck, are you up, bruh? I see you with your new little logo, man.
What's good, man? What's good, man? I'm all the way up, man. All the way back up in here. I'm ready to do this here. You know what I'm saying? What's good with the Delilah? You know what I'm saying? Glad to have you back. Huh? It feel like home again. You know what I'm saying? Before you go any further, you know what I'm saying? I just want to say this here, man. Everybody, this you know what I'm saying? K-Mega. Cool people. He you know what I'm saying, I appreciate you for having, you know what I'm saying, bringing this all on him. But you know what I'm saying, right now I just want to give a little shine to 108 Dragon, man. He had 700 subs, man. He need to get that 300 so he can get to the 1,000, man. We trying to go to that 1,000 and up club to the to E3 this year. So everybody sub to my people, man. Let's do this.
Yes, no doubt about it.
Yes, it's close. It's closing in on
it. Very close. And big shout out to Lady Infamous. Wish you was here, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? We need some of that thug love, that thug passion.
I'm mad at you.
Place.
Oh, no.
Big shout out to the GRG. I'm sorry, the GWG.
Yes, and today is L Boogie's birthday. So happy birthday, L Boogie. Make sure I show you some love,
Yes.
So if you hear this, definitely happy birthday.
Yeah, it's all great. It's all gravy. So anyway, yeah, man, let's get on to it. The rookie of the year, our rookie of the year, Operations. What's up with you, bro? What's happening?
What's good, man? I've been gaming a lot this past week. Got to try out Apex and the Crackdown Wrecking Zone, which is dope so far. We're gonna talk about that later on. But yeah, man, it's been chilling for the most part.
Nice. All right. Then we got the goth anime god himself, Bloody Knuckles. What's up with you, young bro?
Fingers, let's go.
Hey, whoa. You're gonna have to chill out with that, all right, boy.
Yeah.
But if I'm
y'all still call him Twitter fingers.
They never stop calling me Twitter fingers, all right. Let's be realistic here.
Hey,
someone's gotta have that social media game on lock, all right. Someone gotta do the work because no one else is doing it. All right. That's all it is. But no, I'm good. I'm doing real good today, man. Just been trying to step up my own game over there for us on Smash and everything. But man, it's good to be back here. It's good to have Delilah back. It's always good to have the sisters and the matriarchs. I was like, I miss Delilah, even though she would pick on me.
Yeah, can't help it, man. You easy target.
I know I am. That's why I take care of. That's why I make fun of myself half the time. All right, I was like, I'm good at it.
Yeah, it's all love.
It's all good to have the family back. It really is a special moment, and especially as Chuck was saying, man, sub to everyone here. Especially support the girls, man. They need all the love that they get. They do a lot of work over there on GWG, so definitely give the girls some love, man. They do a lot of work in the early afternoon on Saturday when no one else is going on. You gotta show them out, help them out, man. I was like, definitely show love to Lemon. He's about to hit 1,000. I was like, hell. Surprisingly, our show is about to hit 200 subs on our channel for Smash. Like, Show love to everyone, man. Come on.
Yeah, I mean that's what's up. I know Sharice, she was on Smash a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago.
Sharice has been showing up a
man,
lot too, and she's gonna be back.
everywhere.
Yeah, I was like, it's Sharice. I was like, I love Sharice. All right, I love having her on the show, and she's gonna be there next week too. So definitely make sure y'all is checking it out.
All right, now shut the hell up and let me introduce the rest of everybody. All right. First, let me pay the bills because I'm gonna get cut through the internet. Lady Infamous 415. She said, "Go Delilah, grown women gaming in the building."
That's right.
Solicit. All right, what's up to my man So Shady? I know I seen you on Crossfire. You and Boomstick and them, and then little and Big Bot over there talking that trash and stuff. We finally got Mitch over there. That's like
Also, Mega, I want to say I hate you and everyone else because the damn baby bot is following me everywhere.
Baby bot.
Yes, because
when
the
I
fact
get
that
names, it's stick, baby.
Because yesterday when I was going off on Solstice on his show, man, someone's just like, "Do I hear a little X bot in this show?" I was like, "God damn it!"
All right, and then we move on to the myth, the legend. Not 100, 99 cent. What up with you, bro? Intro Media Gaming in the house.
What's up with you, man? Just in here trying to play this Division 2, man. I didn't get to play it last night. I had to go to the office today, so just chilling, having me a cocktail and just relaxing. Let's talk some gaming.
Yeah, I got the game pre-ordered, man, and I ain't got no code. I'm over here feeling pretty jelly about that, but that's all right.
Hey, you want an extra code? I got 3 of them for free.
Give it, pass it to me.
I got you, boy. I got you.
All right, good. All right, and then we move on to that dude that is jealous of my man's beard. He was over there talking about it earlier because he can't grow nothing, man. He's called patches in the face. 108 Dragon.
Well, thank you to everybody who congratulated me on my 700 subs. I appreciate that. I see my team out there. You know, we out here working. You know what I'm saying? Welcome tonight, Miss Delilah, UHD. You already know how we do. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a lot of Apex right now. Doing a lot of Apex.
Yo, Apex is legit.
And he's baby bot, but he will always be Twitter fingers.
AKA Twitter fingers, AKA
our chief secretary.
Wow.
I'll take it. Well, I'm gonna have to get like a special shirt made with all the nicknames that I've gotten because there's so many at this point.
Yeah, I think that might be a next gift for E3 this year.
God,
nice.
Great.
Twitter fingers t-shirt.
Dude, I'm gonna be on some Game of Thrones shit right there with everyone talking about all my titles.
Oh man! All right, and last but not least, man, the man himself, Donald Trump, bruh. You did the State of the Union this week, man. You was over here talking about unity, but then you was over there talking a little trash, a little shade, man. What's going on with your live wire?
Listen, man, you know, sometimes things don't go your way, but you gotta just, pull yourself up by your bootstraps and, make the best out of the situation. And, I gotta get my Secret Service out on one little lady who think she's slick by clapping behind my head, but it is what it is. We gonna talk later.
Pelosi was over there. She was putting some shame to that. She was putting a little emphasis on them claps. So I was cracking up, man. Oh
yeah,
man.
She thinks she's slick, but Oh
yeah, you go.
I always get the last laugh.
Gotcha. All right, man. What you been gaming on, man? What you been doing? Because I haven't been gaming on really too much of anything last.
weeks. I'm almost done with Far Cry, so that's what I've been playing. And I'm halfway done with. Well, I'm on the second part of Resident Evil, so doing that, and played a little bit of was it Apex? That's pretty cool. I played that the Division today. I didn't get much of it. I played a little bit of it with Flip, but it looks good from what I played. I know some people said it had bugs. I didn't really run into anything yet, but again, I have only been on it for like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes, an hour. Wasn't that long.
Nice. All right. Well, let's get straight to it. First, we're gonna let Knuckles have his little space. Now, you got a few minutes. You ain't taking all the whole show talking about this, but I do feel your pain in regards to this. So before we get into the first topic, please explain to the people out there what you upset about, young man.
Okay, so for the past couple months, we've seen a lot of strong Japanese support for the Xbox platform, and we saw, some real good things coming from Sega. And we saw that whole meeting when they went to Microsoft Studios last year and had a big sit down. And, we thought things were changing. We've seen a lot of their devs coming out and say, hey, we would like to show support. Primarily, we saw that the devs themselves from Ryuga Gotoku Studios or Like a Dragon Studios, who do the Yakuza series as well as also did the Fist of the North Star, say they would like to port over their series to Xbox. We've seen Phil Spencer state that he likes the series and wants it to come over. A lot of strong signs that, that something might be happening. Well, yesterday, an article came out with an interview with some of the Sega executives stating that they have no plans to port over that series to the Xbox.
At this point, you gotta wonder if they just don't like having extra avenues of revenue. But continue, buddy. Continue.
And that pissed me off, right? Because y'all, anyone who's heard me on the show knows I'm the biggest Japanese enthusiast for the community and probably one of the biggest advocates. But I also call out the bullshit when Japanese devs or studios do this kind of stuff. And Sega, what the fuck do you honestly think that you're doing? Okay, you've done a lot of good stuff. You brought a lot of games back and finally ported them over to the Xbox and finally had some good faith going. You had Valkyria Chronicles 4 was a good success. They had Shining Resonance Refrain, which was a remake of one of the older Shining games coming over, as well as a lot of other things that are coming here in the future. But now you're one of your biggest, most recognized franchises that hasn't been on the console and on this platform before, that there has been strong support for, you're not going to put out. That's stupid. One, you just barely recently started putting things on PC and using that market, and you've seen how those games have done on PC. You had a company that has invited you over to their personal home studio or their home studio and their entire campus and has personally said that they would send their own devs to go over to your studios to help porting because they understand the process. And you're still not going to do it. Even when your own internal devs had said, yeah, we would like to do it. You're going to say no. No, that's some bullshit because of the fact that I've called out Bandai and Square Enix when they've done this stuff. Why do they continue to cherry pick what games come over to the West as well as go on to other platforms outside of the PlayStation platform? We get it. PlayStation is a Japanese company. It's easy to bring those over even to the West because you have localization companies built in with Sony. But why is there continuous cherry picking of what games come over and what don't? That's what annoys me. It screwed over Square Enix, and look at what they finally had to do years later. They finally released the Final Fantasy games almost a year and a half after they've been out on the PlayStation. It's a good showing of faith. However, why the fuck does it take a year and a half for us to get those games? They did the same thing with Nier Automata. Bandai has been cherry picking what games come out for the Xbox every time. Their big games, yeah, they'll put it out on each console. We've seen it with Jump Force. We saw it with, of course, all the Dragon Ball Z games, mainly the Naruto fighting games, the One Piece fighting game. There's only 2 games that they put out right now that are their big ones that are multi-platform, which is Jump Force right now. And then, of course, they have One Piece World Seeker. But every other game that they put out, they cherry pick. Why does their continuous cherry picking of what series and what games get multi-plats? That is what makes a lot of people not trust Japanese games coming over to these other consoles, nor do they want to support them. And me, as the Japanese enthusiast who want these games over, who continue to support these games, it makes it harder when you're cherry picking what systems are getting these goddamn games. It's bullshit when it's continued like this.
Now,
Bloody, your 30 minutes is up, dog. That was like 7 minutes, man. I done got to the White House.
Okay. So this is what I was going to say. I think Bloody was done at that point. So the thing of it was that I wanted to get anybody's take that wanted to talk about this. Anybody?
Nah,
I covered it yesterday, but he forgot to mention a couple things. First of all, they did that on top of announcing their horrible fiscal year they had.
Right.
On top of all of that. So
it's like saying we don't like
anything.
Money.
Yeah. So if they eliminate their avenues for generating money and leave it on one platform, that's a you problem.
Well, two platforms, because I mean it's also on PC.
Yeah, but true indeed. 2 platforms. But still,
and here's the thing,
like
Yakuza turning down money. Beat 'em up. It really is a beat 'em up that can actually have a good platform on the Xbox, because we've seen that those kinds of action RPGs do well. We saw it with DMC and a lot of other games. Why is it so hard? We saw the success of like Sleeping Dogs, a good martial arts beat 'em up game. The Yakuza series has just as good of a story as Sleeping Dogs. Why do they honestly think that would translate over? And one person brought up a good point that I forgot to mention, is that there is no exclusivity. There's no deal with Sony for this game staying strictly on PlayStation, right? A lot of people think that there's a Sony exclusivity. No, Sega never had any deal with Sony to keep the Yakuza series strictly on PlayStation.
It's just
and now here's
the point.
Yeah, it is. It's one of those things. And here's the thing, right? I don't care if I have a PlayStation. I have the whole Yakuza series on my PlayStation. That's not the aspect. It's the fact of it's not opening up to new audiences to let them be able to enjoy that. It's why I still called out Square Enix with the whole Kingdom Hearts 3 fiasco, because while that game is doing numbers on the Xbox, it's showing support. However, why the hell are they waiting until after that game does well to release the story so far, which is all the games and the story up to that point before 3? That is stupid. That's literally just killing the audience that you could have.
I think that personally, the reason why they did that is just they wanted to test the waters with 3 and see if it was going to do well on the Xbox. And as you see it, it's in the top sellers list on the Xbox list. So maybe that they will do what Square Enix did and just try to and then introduce Xbox gamers to the previous games, because they see that they have a market.
And they theoretically could have done better. They can do that. And right now is the perfect time for them to do that, because we've been seeing that they've been remaking their older games and their new engine that they created for Yakuza 6, which we saw with Kiwami 1 and Kiwami 2, which is a remake of the first 2 games. Those are perfect remakes. Why not port those over? They have Yakuza 0, which is their whole prequel game. Why not bring those over and let those see how they do before you do the rest of the series that they're already remaking and continuing on with? That's just why I don't understand why they're doing this.
Anybody else want to touch on this?
Hey, one thing though, one quick thing. Yeah. Before I sit here and try to, I know that we got a lot of gamers on the Xbox that like those games, but I just feel like before I have to beg y'all to put a game on our platform so y'all can make some money, I'll watch y'all go broke. So I'm not going to sit there and go back and forth and just keep. If they don't want to do it, that's on their body.
Right. I'm of the same mind to it, Chuck. At this point, I'm just tired of the bullshit.
Right. And this is also one of those things where there may be some pulling of the teeth. There may be some developers that think that it's a bad idea, and maybe this guy spoke on his own thoughts of maybe why he, that it's not going to come, and then it might eventually come. There's still, Xbox has still got that studio that they're going to be working out there in Japan and trying to get these games to be ported over. So, I think time will tell. It's $19 on Steam. I thought about pulling the trigger and I still haven't. So it's not, what I'm saying, I haven't ever played any of them, and so I'm kind of like Chuck on the aspect of it. Like, look, I'm not really. I want to give it a shot, but if you kind of want to be like that, then okay. I got a PlayStation. I can get it if it's on a good sale or something like that. So I'm not really tripping about that. So anyway, all right. Good point. Let's get on to the first topic, and that is talking about EA. EA has been hit miss for the last year or so right now, and right now this is a miss on their part. Not only about the situation I wanted to talk about last week or a couple of weeks ago about them not having that they're not going to be doing Cold Tour. The people at BioWare kind of made that public of saying, look, EA just don't want us to do make a Cold Tour. There could be any reason behind that. Right. But also this whole situation about, and I seen this also first on Lemon's video where he was talking about Battlefield 5. And this dude, I think is Andrew Wilson, I think that's what his name is. He basically said that the reason why Battlefield 5 didn't meet expectations is because of the story mode. And so I'm going to go straight to the lady. What did you think about this? Do you feel that there's any relevance behind that?
I personally think that the game just released it in a terrible window. I mean, you had Red Dead Redemption, you had
Black Ops.
I mean, everything was kind of crowded right there. And so publicity-wise, it just wasn't generating enough buzz. And then it had controversy surrounding it with the woman on the cover. Like, then they had an alternate cover with a dude on the cover. It's like they couldn't take a stance and stick with it. And so people, anytime you're a little shaky on something, people ain't gonna follow you, right? So I feel like it was just bad from the jump. And I mean, it's just kind of sad that he blamed this on the single player and all this. But yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, he basically was saying that it wasn't so much because, I mean, he was a story mode that probably pulled everybody away when instead we should have put in the whatchamacallit mode, the what is that?
Battle Royale.
Yeah, the Battle Royale mode. And so I know I'm going to go to you, Lemon, because I know that you love Battle Royale mode games. And so do you feel that there's any relevance to this?
No. EA been dropping the ball on many other titles. They just making excuses. Battlefield is a game that people look forward to. It was a controversy sounding around the women, which stupid and very male chauvinistic. The microtransactions, they still doing that. The only game they released recently that's working is goddamn Apex Legends. If you notice, ain't none of that stuff has surrounded that game, and it came out of nowhere. This Battlefield thing, man, I don't like to do the excuses. I don't agree with them. EA need to get their business model together. They need to know how to present the package in one detail, because Battlefield doesn't need Battle Royale mode to be Battlefield.
I agree.
That's just an addition. It's an excuse. They got bad management over there at EA, and like I said, this is not the first time it's happened. This is like the fucking 5th time it's happened. And they just need to reform and get their shit together. That's what they need to do.
Real quick, does this make you worry about Anthem?
Just because
of the way they've been handling things?
You know why? Because the people is making Anthem successful. Right. They haven't really did anything for Anthem but show it. So everybody's seen it. It's hype. A lot of them Destiny players is going to come over because they're hype. The demo went off successful. People are hype. Even when they knocked it down for the servers not working, nobody even cared. Division is messing up too the same way. I got kicked out 100 times yesterday, so I don't play. But people want those games, so they overlook those errors. So the fans are making that game more successful than what EA could do. EA can't really mess up Anthem. The fans been in from day one. As soon as they showed it, they went crazy. So that's why they can't mess that up. Certain other games, you got to sell people on. They don't have to sell Anthem to nobody.
Yeah, that's like the next Titanfall, the first Titanfall when the first one came out with no story mode, but everybody still loved it.
Mm-hmm. They just got to get whoever's running things over there, they got to get it together, man. Start speaking to the community and stop speaking to the investors. That's what they got to stop doing. That's what they got to do, man.
All right, cool. What about you, Livewire? What is your whole thought about this EA theory? I mean, they missed their expectations by what? Lemmy, was it 1 million? Was it just by 1 million?
Yeah, that's what they reported.
Yeah, it was like they missed their expectations by 1 million, and they're going to blame it on a single player. What do you think about that?
I mean, it's not the single player. Nah, I think the single player was cool. It was, I mean, I didn't even play it, but from what I heard it was decent. Man, it was the controversy, man. The dealing with the. It's funny, man. It's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. But they need somebody who's great with the PR that can kind of do a better spin than what they've done. because with these video games and whatever the content you have, especially when you're dealing with historic aspects, you got to factor in that even though technically they're right, you got to factor in the fact that people are dumb as shit. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? That'd be like if they try to do a historical game about I don't know, another war game back in the day, and they're talking about how, I can't even remember. I know it's Black History Month, but like the first person to run for, Delilah probably knows, for president, black person was a female back in, I think it was the 60s,
70s. Yes.
70s. Okay. Yeah, and but motherfuckers don't know, so they be like, oh, that's a lie. That's fake news. You know what I mean? It's not taught in the books like that. Yeah. So it's just like, you're gonna run into that shit. So, and the thing with Twitter is, once it snowballs, you got a shitstorm on your hand, whether you're right or you're wrong. It's all about how you present your answer in your case, not necessarily whether or not it's factual nowadays. To be honest, because facts is only part of it. It's all. I mean, you could be 100%. You have an argument back and forth, and be 100% right. But if you present it in a way that people feel offended by it, even if you're 100% right.
What they could have did, so you're right. I mean, I agree with you in regards to like them, trying to do a historical recount and stuff like that with women. What they could have did is, on the PR front, they could have posted a screenshot of the game and said, we based this character on this real life woman that fought in such and such. That would have made people been like, oh, okay, I see it. I get it. Okay, so women was fighting back then. Yeah. It's all about how you present it. They didn't do a good job with that.
Whoa.
Yeah. Delilah, some people believe that black people didn't fight in World War II.
Right.
Well,
but see, this is the thing.
You remember Battlefield 1, what happened? The same thing happened. If they don't know something, Loud is right. They just be dumb.
All right. But
learning something, they criticize.
See, they could have posted that on Twitter, like, look, side by side, this woman.
No. But even, you know what, Delilah, you're right. But they should have went even further. They should have once they realized that shit was going left, they should have been like, you know what? Fuck that. We're about to end up with some shit we don't want, and we're right. So how about we get the information that we got? Because I'm pretty sure they did some research, put that together in like a little mini doc, similar to something what they did with Halo, and then when you present it, now that's part of your marketing. So now when you put your game out, it makes even more sense and it has a bigger case for but they just was like, nah, y'all wrong, we right, y'all. Because what they said, y'all stupid, y'all don't know your history or some shit like that.
I mean, but you think they got to do that for, like, that's basically trolls that's saying all that. Because, I mean, be honest with every video y'all have seen, it was always people talking about the women. Like, oh, I don't know why all these trolls keep talking about the women and stuff like that. But I personally never heard nobody say, I don't like Battlefield 5 because they have a woman on the cover. I always hear people say, I'm tired of hearing people talk about they don't like a woman on the cover. But I don't specifically know nobody that actually say that, because I don't think nobody really that dumb. But
they do. This is the real thing.
I think people just trolling when they be doing it.
No, there's people that's actually that's out there. There's people that's really angry. They were angry when I made the video talking about the Harlem Hellfighters in 1, and then they were angry about this. Now this is where and I agree with Lemon on this one, is that their PR was bad, because the trailer that we seen at E3 has nothing to do with the actual game itself. Nothing. The chick with the metal arm, she's nowhere to be found in the game. Nowhere. Unless, because they keep adding stories. If they may add a story in there, every bit of the story is talking about from some actual real history that happened. And I think that would have affected, that would have made people more engaged with the game, instead of them trying to make this hyped up trailer. Like, look, I don't know. Well, that one dude left. I forgot his name, but the one that was a head of DICE, that was in charge of DICE. When they did with Battlefield 1 and they had that intro, that was fire. But it was,
man,
that was epic as hell. But then what you seen in that trailer, you seen in the game. Half of the stuff that you seen with that trailer for Battlefield 5, it's got nothing to do with the game. It's crazy. I don't know.
Oh, Patrick Sutherland, he left recently. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's crazy. I don't know. Do 100? You want to say anything on this?
About what? Battlefield 5?
Yeah, about what he's saying about the whole about the reason why the game didn't meet expectations because the single
game didn't reach expectations, but guess what? I'm gonna tell you one thing. Everybody wanted to play that battle royale mode. It was a new mode, and they promised it, and Call of Duty had it. They won.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And that's what messed on. You got Die Hard Battlefield. I know Die Hard. You have Die Hard Battlefield. I play Battlefield for fun. I ain't that good at it.
I want to ask you a question.
I don't play any Battlefield because I suck.
Since when 7.3 million in sales and counting is not successful? You know why? Because they talking to investors. They're not talking to us. That's right.
When they overspend the amount of money it takes to make the game, that's when it doesn't matter. When that 7 million doesn't matter. They
true indeed.
But Battlefield. I mean, to be honest with you, is 7 million. It sounds like it's a lot for like a normal game, but for like a game that they got their projecting levels, and I'm guessing with a Battlefield, it got to be on the low end of 8 to 10. And say they looking for a mid would be like 15, and they did damn good if they hit that 20 mark. But that's how they probably look at the standards. But y'all say K Meg, I'm gonna let you finish, man. I'm a EA head.
But you got to understand that the expectations. See, some people some of these developers setting their expectations. You should have known your expectations are going to be low when you came out and said the Battlefield mode is gone. We're going to bring it out. And that took the game. That took the air out. Think about, you got to go and head up with Call of Duty. Call of Duty was bringing something out, and they were showing this and they should have known. They should have brung down. How many companies that I see that bring their numbers down? They'll actually bring Apple doing that right now. They're telling their investors we didn't make the money that we didn't make last year.
Yeah, but also think about it too. The game had a samey problem. It looked just like the last game. So it had a samey problem. So you thinking, okay, this is a new game, Battlefield 5, but it looked just like the last one. Come on, man.
I got another question for you. If they put a woman on a cover and it was modern like Battlefield 4, nobody would care.
Right, exactly.
It just would sell.
I don't really think nobody care about the woman. I think that was the excuse. It just came out at the wrong time. You had too many games coming out like we got right now. Tomorrow on the 15th, we got a bunch of games coming out. It's gonna be some of them games ain't nobody gonna buy. Everybody don't have that cash flow.
That's why I said I say Metro's in trouble.
I don't think Metro's trouble. Well, yeah, I can see it.
Metro's not a big AAA title. That game is like Dark Souls of first-person shooters. It's a hardcore crowd. That's not a game that sells millions and millions of copies.
Yeah,
it's just not.
And they probably not expecting to either.
They're not expecting to because more people are hyped for it now because they saw the graphics on the X. That's what boosts that game up, because I'm telling you, there's as many people pretending to be Exodus fans, it don't reflect in the sales.
Yeah. Well, they're getting beef. They're getting beef because because it's coming out only on what do you call that? On Ubisoft, not Ubisoft, but
and that's another
on the PC port. People are pissed off about that. They're getting bad press about that.
And it's stupid because the fact that the PC crowd is complaining about another store front, another downloader, another launcher when they already have a bunch and it's easy to do. I don't know why they're complaining to just set up another launcher. And here's the thing, I get it, it sucks, but again,
it really
the devs were told
suck. It's just another app on your computer.
Yeah, exactly. It is. But the thing that sucks is that there was no communication. But again, even the devs of the game were caught off guard. It was an executive decision. All right, so getting mad at the devs and review bombing the games just shows y'all are petty. Shows that y'all can't even do a simple thing to support it. And they already said if you purchase the game on Steam, you're still going to get the game. They're still going to release the keys. They're still going to update it. It's just not going to be on sale on Steam until a year later for new people. Like, they literally cut it out plain and dry, and people are just getting bitchy just to be bitchy. They're being whiny, entitled people. And you're right, Lemon. The Metro series has always been a hardcore crowd. It's only for either people who know the novel or have heard of the game being an interpretation of the novel and really like the story and the world that it's in. But it's always been a hardcore crowd that's.
But the game is like like $2 right now. I mean,
yeah, not even. It literally, if you're on
dollars,
if you on Xbox and you got $1 and you don't have Game Pass, the whole first 2 in the Redux are literally on Game Pass, and you can go play it for that.
AK Mega, don't that sound like when 2K did that when they dropped their NFL? When they was like, okay, we're gonna undercut Madden to show y'all that we got a good game, so they dropped other games like that to come out with their new games. I mean, I think it's gonna do okay. Oh
man, hey, big shout out to Gaming Addict. He said he wants to be a mod. You want to be a moderator, man? You ready for this pain around here? You know what I'm saying? You know what? It's actually been pretty light. We don't get none of that crazy stuff like we used to. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? I see so shady in the house.
Cut the trash.
Cut the drama out, man. We breezy now. Cut the drama out.
Yep, cut the drama out. That's it. Anyway, so cool. It's for me. I just think going back to the original point was, look, I love Battlefield. I hit 50 in a month. I hit level 50.
Oh no, Mega, you're gonna have to tell him no. He said he all about that smoke.
Oh man, he's stupid. I know about that. But anyway, yeah, man, Attic, I'll go ahead and try to get that popping for you, bro. Anyway, so but it's for me. It's just, look, I love this Battlefield. I thought it feels real smooth. It's great. But I don't care about the sales at all. I know that they do. I mean, because as much money as they spend into it, and then the research that they had to do for the story mode, things like that. The story mode is not as gripping as Battlefield 1, but it still has some really cool stories. I did like the Last Tiger. I like that story. The dude that was in that tank, and then then I like the little girl story. I thought that was pretty cool. The black, you know what I'm saying, the Black Frenchman. I thought all the stories were cool, but they just didn't impact me like Battlefield 1's stories did. I thought those was really, really, really impactful. But I don't know. It's a sad situation, man. I mean, look, EA's just got to get their thing together. I mean, it's no different than Xbox. They got to get their advertising on the road. Let's start this. Let's get the process going, and let's see them really put.
But see, EA ain't doing that bad, Mega. Because if you look at it, you see Disney backed them up, saying they're not taking no games from them.
Yeah, no, that part is true. Disney did say that they're happy with it. I mean, Disney's just caring about the money. They're not really caring about anything. And then the games look gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? And anybody want to talk, they could hate on Battlefront 2 all they want to, but that game looks insane.
They just want to promote Disney. That's all.
Yeah, and I mean, I know that they cut that other game, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I know EA's getting a lot of flack, but what Andrew Wilson said was just absolutely incredible. It was incredibly insane to me. I thought it was just ridiculous.
And they didn't post no loss. They just posted 47% of their games was digital, and they making money. I feel so sorry for them. My bad. They're bugging. They're bugging.
Yeah. If anything, they'll make their money back by summer.
Yeah, they're making their money. They Square Enix just posted a loss. Sega just posted a loss. Apple just posted a loss. Nintendo just posted a loss.
Capcom posted it like last year.
Not up to expectations. Let me correct that with Nintendo. But still, in all, who gonna feel sorry for y'all? Y'all making all this money anyway. Y'all just instead of 7.3 million, y'all want 20 million. But that don't mean y'all ain't make y'all money, because they surely ain't posting no losses. I don't feel sorry for EA.
And here's the thing: everyone was saying how they just had that massive stock dip, which they did. But after the launch of Apex, look at how quickly that turned around, and now they make it more than it was before the dip. Like they ain't hurting.
They damn sure ain't. I don't feel
Here's the thing too about the Disney aspect with them not wanting to pull the Star Wars franchise. Disney themselves has said that they aren't good at making games. Here's the thing: Disney has tried setting up their own studios to do their own games, and they've all been bad. They all have been really bad. They tried publishing and they aren't good at it. They've had internal devs that put out very subpar things. They're gonna go with a bigger publishing company, whether we like it good or bad, that can actually get something out. But we as fans can call them out because, in almost a decade, they only got 2 games out with Battlefront 1 and 2, and both of them have been kind of as much as we like it. We want more.
Too.
Don't get me.
Hey, I stand by what I say. I don't have to watch nothing. I like the story of Battlefront 2, but here's the thing: while the I'm not knocking the story, but
the DLC was better than the original story.
But the multiplayer
and that girl of it is just like,
let it be. Hang on. No. All right, calm down there, sir.
Anyway,
now you get a little thirsty.
Saying, okay.
Just saying.
I am.
But here's the thing: the story itself was good. Yes, don't get me wrong; they did a great job with the story. But the multiplayer was not that. While it was good, it wasn't that much of a big change from the first Battlefront.
It wasn't. That wasn't an issue.
But no. What I'm saying is that a lot of people said, and then the loot crate scandal. Yeah, exactly that. But still look at it. In almost a decade, they only put out 2 subpar Star Wars games.
But they made like 3, and then 2 of them they canceled. So
exactly, and that's why a lot of people aren't really happy with EA with the Star Wars license. Yeah,
hey, let me get my let me draw my drops right quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Hey, say K-Maker, you remember last year, man, we was all talking about this here, and I was saying, man, I'm a Battlefield player too, but they coming out too soon with this new Battlefield. They need to find another window. Y'all was like, okay, it's gonna be cool. I like, no, they need to move it back. They need to move it back. So if they'd have been dropping later on this year, I think Battlefield, that's when it's gonna pick up anyway. So it's gonna pick up. So y'all don't need to worry about that. But when he was saying about that no single player might have heard it and they should have worked on a battle royale, the reason why I say that's bullshit, he throwing that out there. So when they come out the Battlefield 6, they might can get away with the Call of Duty thing. They have no single player no more. I like them. The mini stories on 1 was better than 2, but I still like how they're doing a mini stories.
Right.
So to me, that's still a good thing. But I think they kind of like testing that water out there. And the reason why I think that's bullshit about this battle royale, we talking about Battlefield, man. They be having 64 people already on the map. All thing they got to do is say all against all. That ain't fucking rocket science. We know they could do the shit. They could say, okay, we dropping the 50 right now, and then we're gonna drop the 100, and whenever they could bring out the saying we're gonna do the small 50 and we got a big 100. They could drop both of them like that just because they already do 64 players. So I know that's bullshit. But I think they just trying to figure out if next year, next on Battlefield 6, we could just do no single player. And another reason why I say when people saying about the woman, why they think they failed because they put a woman on the cover, that's bullshit. A lot of people, saying they troll Battlefield EA because that's the cool thing to do. And a woman was an easy target, and that's why you say people don't know their history because dumbasses think women wasn't fighting in World War II. But I digress about that. That's on their dumbass. If you don't know was fighting
about the Hell Witches.
Right, but me personally, what I was thinking too is they just came out with Battlefield 1, right? That was a good ass game. I love that bitch to death. Then Call of Duty double backed on and made World War II that was damn near like the Battlefield 1. They were stealing all the assets, but then Battlefield gonna come out with the World War II. I was always saying no, Battlefield should have come back to modern day, and I'll do a World War III, not no future. I'm talking about World War III, like this shit happened in 2020 or 2019, and they dropping some, all the technology we got right now. So when people that playing the game, like, oh, I heard about this gun, I heard about this drone they created. So people gonna be, that modern day right now would have hit hard. That it would have really shot on some Battlefield off, and people have been saying, oh, it's not a clone of Battlefield 1, because they would have came back to modern day. And I think people would have loved that a whole lot more, and they could have kept a woman on the cover and did all this stuff when they said they wasn't going to go back and forth, because anything they knew better, because anything EA would have said to justify about the woman on the cover, they was gonna get backlash. It don't matter how Pacific they was or how what's the word when
PC
PR yeah, or PR be open. So it wouldn't even matter. It really wouldn't have mattered. So the best thing for them to do is shut the fuck up. And sometimes you just gotta take a lick.
Oh man, big shout out to Gaming Addict. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go ahead and write down this code for Sea of Thieves. Thank you, Gaming Addict. I'm gonna get this shit right down it. Well, I already got Sea of Thieves, but look at it. Appreciate it, man. Go ahead and go knock that out, man. Go ahead and knock that out. But you're absolutely right, Chuck. You're absolutely right. I do feel like they missed out on something by bringing in the story mode first instead of, because I think it was one of those promo things of saying, look, we still stay traditional to what Battlefield is. We have story, we have this, and we're implementing Battle Royale. But now because they're short on their by 1 million or so. It's ridiculous. Look, if the battle royale isn't ready, then it's not ready. People paid the money to get it, they'll get it, and they'll be fine. But now we're about to jump over, because this is a good segue. Battle Royale might get hurt on Battlefield, because right now another EA Battle Royale game is doing highly successful. So successful, in fact, that this free-to-play game has broke a record and is beating Fortnite, the mighty Fortnite. Woo. And by having, in 72 hours, over 10 million players. And that's Apex Legends, made by the team, by Respawn Games, who made the mighty Titanfall and previous, what was it? Not Infinite. Yeah, Infinite Warfare. Yeah, Infinite Warfare. So, all right, go back to the matriarch. And then I'll go back. I'll go to you, operations, because you haven't really said that much either. What do you think about Apex Legends? Have you played it yet?
See, so unfortunately, I haven't played it. Yeah, I'm not a big battle royale gamer. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it looks good though. Like every video, I've watched a couple of streams. Every video I've seen on it is like really fast paced, really smooth. You could tell they took elements from Titanfall. It looks dope. But yeah, I haven't played it. My bad. Nah.
Oh, come on now! You
just haven't played it.
Chance? All right, yeah, cool.
I mean, it's free. That's a huge selling point for them. Is to have it, like, you just jump in there, play it, see if you like it. I think that's the best thing they could have done, was make that game free. Because I think about it, if they would have released it with like $20, people would be like, oh no.
Yeah, and there was something that was a stupid. But look, I think it was a black lady that wrote the article, but she went into it. But that just kind of tells you that people that want to talk about gaming journalism and they don't know nothing about gaming. She made this big, huge thing. I don't know if anybody's seen the article where she was like, "There's black women in the game.
Representation matters." I mean, that's the whole point. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, like, women is like, we neck and neck with guys that play games at this point.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, and the fact that minorities play games, I mean, it's right up. Everything just kind of balanced out at this point. So representation matter, and we still only have, like, the games only represent us like 2%, 3%. It's ridiculous. That's by it's being pointed out, and she putting a spotlight on it, she's like, "Yo, they put this in from the beginning." Like, it just, I mean, same thing go with like Overwatch and things like that. It's just important, because you, at the end of the day, like, sometimes you want to play characters that look like you. I mean, you say it all the time when you talk about Halo 5 and Agent Locke and all this crap.
Hashtag save
boring character, whatever, boring character.
Stop
but
your mouth, get off here.
Representation matters.
Hey, you brought her on. You knew what to expect.
I wasn't expecting her to get messy. Not already. Anyway.
You know she always gets messy. She got them hard truth facts for you.
Anyway, go ahead, Delilah. You done?
I'm good.
No, it's bloody done with his damn Delilah pom poms. That's what's going on.
Whoa! All right,
do it. Nobody can.
Hell no! Everybody sound a little jealous. If I support someone else instead of me, suddenly I get called out on it as being a cheerleader. But if I talk too much, then hey, shut the hell up, like, you go to hell with that. No, you take that shit.
Just like my main man Xbot get on his show, and he has a guest, so he gonna have So Shady on next week, right? I mean tomorrow, and he's gonna kiss So Shady's ass. It's the greatest opportunity ever to have.
No, we ain't doing that.
The thing is, Lemon, I'm a guest on the show.
And guess what? You a regular. We miss the hell out of you too, but goddamn, I'm looping up. I'm looping up. Come get me.
That's all. No, we ain't doing that.
Lemon sound a little jealous. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he is.
No, I'm just.
It's because I've been going head to head with him these past few weeks.
You really haven't, because every time you Twitter finger, I don't say nothing. You right. You win.
The Lord's in the house. Man. Shout out to the Iron Lords, man. What's going on with you, bro? What's going on? Hey, I love the Iron Lords podcast, man. I checked it out about almost a month ago for the first time, man, and I've been watching it ever since, man. I love it. I love it.
I love it.
Yeah. And I gotta say, man, me and King David and Lemon was talking. That's a real one, boy. That's a real dude, boy. He cool as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what to expect when I first saw him at E3, man, with all the finger rings and shit. I thought he was Slick Rick from back in the 80s or some shit.
Oh, you want to start some shit?
If anyone's been following, if anyone follows, know that I got nothing but love for the Lords because I've been over there with them and had them on the show so many times.
Oh my God, he about to start some shit.
But yeah, he laughing now. I'm about to get my boy on here, man. He said hopefully in about a month or so he can come on, man. So that'll be great. That'll be great. So yeah, man, you got to let me get on that Iron Lords, man, so we can have some fun, talk a little trash. But all right, go ahead. My bad. I'm going to operations, man. I said after Delilah operations. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'll just get my notes scared. But as far as Apex, I play a few matches with it. It's pretty dope so far. People are loving it, but we don't know if this love for the game right now is genuine or not. The only other BR to actually play was PUBG. So I have another one that actually likes pretty good for me. But right now, like as far as did this game beat Fortnite? No. I need to see how this game is doing 6 months from now. Because this could be like a little phase streamers are going through, just to boost their finances like they did with Sea of Thieves. Because like Summit, he jumped on, he liked it, but other streamers jumped on it soon after him, try to get their finances boost because he got like what, a 10K or so boost in his subs on Twitch. Yeah, as well. So it could be a little fade they're going through. But in order for this to be Fortnite, for me personally, it has to have a higher concurrent player count, brings in more revenue, and stay relevant beyond a year. Because right now, Black Ops 4, like people, when it first came out, people were on it. But how many people are talking about it right now? Like how relevant is it amongst current gamers right now? This game, Apex, has to stay in people's minds, stay in their conversations right now. Because right now, we can't escape Fortnite how much we try. It's even worse when little kids are on it right now. Of course, the kids, they outnumber us. So like, it's doing good right now, but it has a lot to overcome in order for it to be a top. That's a little 2 cents on it.
You think so? I mean, but
10 million right now, though. That's
10 million.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And it's real cool. And there's a lot of people that's gravitate to it because it says it's like Overwatch.
Yeah.
And I forgot another one, and they said they merge them together. And it's real smooth. Plus the fact that it feels like Titanfall. Now I did play the tutorial. That's all I did. I had to take my ass to bed, but it did have that similar feel of Titanfall, and I love Titanfall.
Well, as long as you don't jump around, it does.
Yeah. No, you don't jump around, but I'm talking about just the movements, what the character models.
I can see that.
Hey, and all the different things that you could do on there too. Man, it just look like they got an infinite amount of just stuff they probably gonna add on. I think that's they claim the fame right there.
So are they doing like microtransactions? Like how are they making money?
Yes,
off
it's
very
microtransactions are very.
But if it's a good game, I mean, I wouldn't mind throwing a little stuff. Long as it don't be no ordinary shit.
Yeah,
it's not cosmetic.
Yeah, it's no pay to play.
Okay,
it's really done right.
Like that,
That's why I brought it up during the Battlefield stuff. They just making excuses, but it's definitely fun to play. And it has finishing moves. Somebody be on the floor, you hold a button, you be doing different poses, and it's fun. But like I said, Battle Royale mode is just a new multiplayer mode. It's not a game itself. And it's just good to see different companies do that type of style of gameplay in their own way. Because it doesn't play like PUBG. It doesn't play like Fortnite. And it damn sure not like Black Ops. It's its own entity. So it's definitely fun.
It was crazy. Awesome. Like we called it. Like when I was on the show previously, like we called this that it's just going to be a glorified mode on every game's going to have a BR mode.
Right. But there's nothing wrong with it.
Because BR is literally this generation's horde mode. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Also, I did a quick research for Fortnite. Their Marshmallow concert, that bullshit. It was reported they had like 10 million concurrent. They had like 10 million concurrent participants in it as well. And I'm looking at his Neuralink right now. They said like for the month of November 2018, they had over 200 million unique users logged into Fortnite. So, like I said before, it has a lot to overcome. It's doing good right now.
Here's the thing, though, right? Well, you can't knock what this game has accomplished. Like, legitimately, if you look at Fortnite's numbers right now, 110 million players over a year. That's a year of getting to that spot. Apex in literally 3 days did a tenth of that. Yes, in 3 days. That is nothing to scoff at. But the biggest aspect is exactly what you said. It needs to prove its staying power. Right now, it's fresh, it's unique, it has fairly good gunplay, has good movement. But here's the biggest thing, right? Is the fact that it is actually a well put together, not half-assed product. It's not coming out broken. It's not coming out as an early release. It's not coming out any of that. There's no cost to get into it. It's completely free to play. That's what's also helping to boost its competition against Fortnite. This is one of those games that actually has a solid chance against it because it's a solid, well put together product that is free to play. It's not going to be like Call of Duty where you had the $60 entry point to get into that blackout mode. It's not going to be like PUBG that costs $20.
Call of Duty is awesome.
It doesn't matter. It is still a $60 entry point to get when everyone wants to only play the blackout mode. No one's really playing the zombies. No one's really playing the other multiplayer modes. Well, it has those dedicated fans. Those are the casual Call of Duty fans. Those are the ones that they always get every year. Activision got their casual Call of Duty money, but they're not getting that consistent revenue. If they wanted to, they would make Blackout its own free-to-play separate mode. You would pay to unlock everything else, but really put the money in the microtransactions that they want out of Blackout, all right? Let's be honest here that we know how they're going to work. The reason that Apex is doing the numbers that it has is because it has that appeal. It's no entry lock. And because of the fact that people were getting the burnout from Fortnite. Now, if it can prove that it has consistent updates, it gets new modes such as the solos, duos, or whatever they're going to do with it. They have the good steady stream of cosmetics that interest people, as well as introducing new legends. This game has the power to go against Fortnite. Let's just keep it a buck.
Now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this for you, Knuckles. When I get this Steam Deck, I'm going to hit a horn. And when that horn goes off, you're going to shut the hell up.
Hey, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? When am I actually going to listen to that damn horn?
Oh, because it's going to be right across the screen.
It's going to be attached to an ejector seat.
I know what one fun thing about the game.
I like how y'all trying to muzzle me when I'm speaking truth. I like that I'm being held back. You see this? The man's holding me down.
You know what? I hear at GL.
Did he just say that?
K-Mega is not giving no creative freedom. Give him no creative freedom. I have it all.
Done with him. He said the man is holding me back. I'm done.
mad at that.
Oh my God. Oh,
systemic racism strikes again. God dang.
I know.
He's taking everything. God.
K-Mega is not only
I'm the minority here.
games, but K-Mega he don't let people talk. He don't have people cussing. He don't have people doing a damn thing. They walking the chalk line around here.
Man, Blade, it's not Black History Month. This is my month right now. Y'all
I got Delilah in there cutting potatoes right now. Y'all stupid. Anyway, Livewire, what is your thought process about Apex? Did you get the chance to play it?
Yeah, I played it. Yeah, it was cool. I like it, man. I mean, gunplay is cool. I like the team aspect of it. It's interesting. They put their little twist on it. You could revive your teammates if they die, type shit. Man, it's cool. Let's say it again.
The balloons.
Yeah, the balloons to allow you to traverse because they don't have vehicles, so that makes sense.
No, they have ATVs and biplanes.
Oh, they do. I haven't.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I haven't used
like golf carts too, shit like that.
I haven't even played the game. I know all this. Come on, y'all.
I didn't. I only played it once. I saw cars, but I didn't see a way to drive it. It was just there. But
I just finished. I was playing it while we was watching. I just started playing basketball, but it's a great game.
Too.
It's a great game.
Yeah. Nah, but it's good, fun. Man. I enjoyed it. It's success. We'll see how long it lasts. But
how many people would have bought Fortnite if it wasn't free? How many people would have bought it?
And Drake didn't play it. That's all.
Yeah, nobody wasn't playing it when it wasn't free.
No, I mean
nobody even knew what it was.
No, they a couple. All right, I remember when Fortnite first came out, it was the Horde mode.
Yeah,
and a handful of people bought it. I don't know if it was maybe
they said like 500K. I think like the first week or so.
Yeah, it was probably like 500K to maybe almost a
the game with Xbot and K-Mega. Maybe got tricked to buy that game.
Damn.
Yeah, but people, people just thought it was kind of boring because. That's all it was. It was a Horde mode. And then
Save the World mode. Yeah, it's terrible.
And then
launch though. Like that's to me that was the most brilliant thing because it's like, oh yeah, it comes out like tomorrow. So I think the whole marketing appeal behind it is
this. I say the thing that's so brilliant about it is one is because of the EA, right? This guy. One is because of the EA, and two. they didn't allow people to have enough time to hate it because it's EA.
You're right.
They'll figure out. So I gotta figure out why I hate this. And there was no time. They just put it out, and then all of a sudden everybody was playing it. So before the haters can come out and build and make all these videos about why the game sucks, everybody already was enjoying it. So it's like you just look like a dumbass trying to do that.
They literally got drowned out by the positivity because when we first heard about it, like it was rumored by Jeff Keighley, or he leaked it. Everybody's already skeptical of it and try to get their hate in. But as soon as it dropped, it dropped off of the face of the map. Like they got drowned out by everybody who actually played the game and enjoyed it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There probably are people still making this game, but nobody cares about them because they didn't have no. The only time you can even see those videos is if the game isn't out yet. So people are just looking for information about the game.
Yeah. Another thing, people are complaining about Timefall 3 not existent. I need to see receipts that y'all bought Timefall 2 and your stats in that game.
Facts.
If you want this game, you should have supported the second one.
I agree with that.
Only person I heard say that was my boy 100. He was very disappointed. He's a Titanfall player.
No. I said that.
I definitely see 100 playing it though. So
100 is a Titanfall player.
Yeah,
I felt for him.
That game I played. That game is dog shit. It is dog shit. Y'all, this free to play shit y'all talking about is dog shit. I've been listening to this shit for too damn long. It don't play. It do not play like Titanfall. It plays like a generic version of it. It's not as fast as Titanfall. It looks like Titanfall, but it don't play like fun. I'm gonna give it another chance.
It does not play like Titanfall. You need to play with me. I'll show you some stuff. It's definitely bananas, but it's
You're
not.
You're gonna get me killed.
It does not have the move. No. It does not have the movement of Titanfall. I'll say that.
No, yeah, it's different.
It doesn't have the verticality or the wall running.
Man, this game is like you just see a new girl for the first time. And you know what I'm saying? She got champion written on her chest don't mean she winner.
Oh
no.
I'm using my mic behind that.
And I don't see nothing. It's a rip off from another rip off from another rip off from another rip off. Sorry, I got to say it. A lot of people said it months and years ago about people get tired of this battle royale stuff. You only can change it up so many times.
And that part is true. I don't know.
We got too many battle royale games,
but
we got the.
What happened?
Yeah, he didn't buy it out.
Yeah, no, need some love.
Oh, I don't know what was going on.
I go with a sucker punch though. That's what got everybody.
You know what happened?
His mic said enough.
And he stopped, took a sip. Like, what happened, man?
Oh man!
I'm telling you, that game, man, that game ain't. It's people talking about how you can fly and you see the 3 people and all that. So what? That's not innovative.
Damn.
The body can go left and right.
You see why he needs Titanfall 3? This is exactly why.
Lemon tells me last night, right? He told me last night I was sober than that cat.
Let me talk.
I was sober. I was sober yesterday. I couldn't have to go to the office. And he explained, he tried to sell me on. I said, let me not play it again. When I can go to I can't do. I tried my best. I tried to do my best to sit there and say, I'm gonna play it, but I was playing Crackdown. So I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna give it another try. But what I played wasn't impressive. Just like what you call it?
Yeah.
Like I say,
play with somebody.
Just like Fortnite. I played Fortnite one time. Said, no, get this out. My son likes Fortnite. I just spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on Fortnite
because you
for
got
him.
Your credit card on his
for
Xbox
cosmetics.
Like
and y'all get
That's different.
Hey,
that's why you don't like Fortnite and I'm gonna bankrupt you.
Oh shit!
Hey. That's why I had to go get a. That's why I had to get a corporate job because he getting too expensive. Had to go back to corporate America. No, but that game is it look like it could be fun. People are like, oh, you don't have to talk to nobody. You get to tell them, oh yeah, this is here. So what? I want to get on the mic and talk to my crew. Like, hey, this is over here. That's why I liked about PUBG. You can sit there and say, hey, I got this. This is over here. You need a level 3 backpack. This is gonna hit butt. And
hey, yo, Lemon, you are 100, you breaking up bad.
Oh, I thought
That's that West Coast.
Hey, Mega. I think he's gonna have. Hey, Mega. He went from 99 cents to 49 cents because he's gonna have to pay half of that towards that electricity bill.
Oh, did he just?
You already know. Look, everyone going after me. I'm going after everyone tonight.
No lie, Bones sound like a fucking redneck lullaby for a second.
This is disrespectful.
That's the disrespectful horde.
See, Delilah, you ain't missing nothing.
But if I can jump in real quick,
I mean, Delilah, it's par for the course. We still doing the same thing.
No,
yeah, clearly, I'm seeing it now.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead, operation.
But Apex Legends, is it innovative? No, but like the small necessary change that they added to the game is already gone a long way for them. Just have a ping system, a guiding system when you jump out of the plane.
Yes.
Like one of your teammates can take control and y'all like going together in synchronization, just like flying to this one spot. Those are big necessary steps that Battle Royale needs because like people jumping out of a plane. Facts. Of course, if you're in a squad, if you're not synced up together, you can be all over a damn place. Facts. But like for newcomers, if you jump in with them, you have one of your friends who know what they're doing. You can guide you to that one spot. So y'all linked up together. You're all in sync. You're getting your shit together. Like these small changes that small additions that they add to the game have gone a long way to solidify its place amongst the BR games.
Yep. This ain't Mission Impossible. This ain't Mission Impossible around here. We ain't got the secret knives.
But the changes that it makes sets the standard of what needs to be included in a finished game. It literally are changes that are most necessary because of the fact that it's one of the biggest things. Like, not everyone's going to be on the mic with randoms. So having a non-communicator system like that is useful. You know how much coordination in the team-based game like that is necessary, but without being able to talk to those other people, even non-communicator, how much more it makes the game harder. Having something as simple as a ping system makes it leaps and bounds much more improved over everything else.
Why I can't pay solo? Just like on PUBG, I can pick solo, duo.
It came out. They're gonna drop new modes. You know what I'm saying?
Hell, right now, if you want to, you can go solo. You could choose to backfill your squad and go up against other squads. If you want to be crazy, do it.
What's wrong with that?
I'm saying you can do that. You can do that.
Man, y'all can go damage control for this game all y'all want.
I mean, but you talking about damage control, but you got to admit this here, though, Bon. You got to admit this here. One thing I do like, and I always like when a game just, bam, come out of nowhere. Or let's say, they don't have to just come out of nowhere like Fallout 76, what the 76 had came out, you know what I'm saying? They said, hey, we coming out, and bam, they came out this year. We ain't had that 2 and 3 years waiting. I mean, think about it. They, like Delilah was saying, if they'd have been promoting this game or talking about this game prior to this here, people have been throwing out.
If a lot of people, if you read, y'all go search on from the other stuff, they have been talking. They just didn't have a release date for it.
Right. I mean, they've been talking about, but they've been.
It's been talked about before.
Right, and then even like when I was saying it, I mean, but just think about it. That to me, that's just the common thing that EA should do. Like especially when it's a free to play game. I mean, y'all putting it up against Fortnite already. So that means it got to have some type of drive to it, and EA is about money. So they dropped a free to play game. What y'all think they're gonna do with this game? They're gonna loot box it everywhere. They're gonna put add-ons. They're gonna keep this game. They saying was making money. They showing the people like what they can make money out for. Something that's gonna be long term. They looking for something like this here, and that's what the perfect game they're gonna
So you're gonna go buy some costumes.
I mean, yeah, you just buy some costumes, man. Think about it. They're gonna start implementing other game modes.
You know how much costumes on Fortnite I didn't bought? So you're going to go spend some money.
Anything. I already started unlocking costumes, and I barely played it like that. I played about 15 games.
They're going to give that to you for, 5 minutes, and they're going to cut it off, and then you're going to have to do it. They're going to give them special costumes.
It's a shame.
Yeah, I need Titanfall in my life. If it ain't Titanfall, I don't care. Respawn make Titanfall.
I mean, that's what everybody been complaining about. Like, why y'all wasn't working on Titanfall? Why y'all came out of this game? That's why they didn't promote it until the last minute, and they just bam dropped it.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question, and then we're going to move on. But do you think that this game is going to these are all EA games, Anthem and Apex Legend? Will this hurt Battlefield 5's Battle Royale in the long run?
Nope.
Oh, it's over for Battlefield 5 Battle. That's over because Anthem's finna come out. It's over. Game over.
Had this conversation.
Anthem came out. It's over. Game over. They got their new EA got their new prints.
Oh yeah,
game over.
I don't know. I think
they got their new print. Game is over. They got their destiny.
The end game's like on Anthem though. You can't just say that.
Yeah,
because Anthem might not have a great end game. They're talking about they're gonna have 3 strongholds when it release. Come on now.
Well, they said they have an end game. They said they have an end game.
But also, Battlefield is a 2-year series. So I mean that's the difference between everything else. Now, the one thing about Anthem, what it has to do when you have these type of games is have the proper content to keep the fans thirsty. Yeah, also, to keep everything fresh. Also, with this Apex, it sounds very refreshing, new. It also has to pull people over from Fortnite and from PUBG and things like that. So and from Call of Duty from what they're doing. So I don't know. I mean, but me personally, I think Battlefield is going to be fine because it's Battlefield. It's always going to have its hardcore. But
can make a I don't just fear mongering. I mean, Battlefield 5. Battlefield gonna be all right because Battlefield is a competitive game. You fighting against people. That's gonna always be there. You want to fight against people. That's when you go to Battlefield.
Mm-hmm. Right. No, I totally agree. Okay. All right. I just wanted to get the points on that. All right. Let's move on and talk about Sony. Let's talk about Sony. And big shout out to the Tick Podcast for having me be a host. Me and Kratos to be a host on their new podcast, Spit Your Game. It was really fun. We had our first episode last night. So go check it out on the Tick Podcast. It's a debate show. It ain't got all that crumb side crazy shit. It's just 2 guys that's going to debate and talk about whatever the topic may be. And me and Kratos help support our winning side, or on Kratos' side, losing side, just like he did.
No.
Oh, well, I'm just saying. I mean, because that dude, look, one thing that I figured out about PlayStation fans, if they're not talking about sales or exclusive sales numbers, they in trouble. They in trouble because dude had some pretty valid points talking about the dual shot. He had some pretty valid points, but FC finished him. Finish him. You know what? That definitely got to be on the Steam Deck when I get it. Okay, anyway. So Sony has
fatality.
No, I can't wait. Sony admits that cloud gaming is a threat to the consoles. And they didn't say too much about all the other competition of consoles. They was primarily just talking about their console. Now, the question I have for you guys is, do you think that Sony at the end of the day is going to start changing like everybody else? Or do you think that they're going to stay strong and firm on keeping this, we're the ones that has this console. We're not trying to go any further into the future narrative, and will it bite them in the ass? I'm going to go to, let's see, Livewire. Going to you first, bro. What do you think?
I think that Sony's going to stick with this narrative of consoles until their, servers are up and working properly to compete.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know, they already did PlayStation Now. It's better than what it was, but it's still dog shit. So it's, that latency is a problem. I mean, so unless you're playing it, PlayStation games on, using PlayStation Now on your PS4, it's really, no use for it. And we'll say it again.
It's on PC too as well. PlayStation Now is on PC.
Yeah, but you can't download on PC. So it's kind of pointless. I've tried it on PC. The latency is dog shit. It's just not good, man.
Not that great. It's not that great.
So I mean, look, until they catch up, to where Game Pass is, I would just say just to where Game Pass is on Xbox before the old xCloud and all that stuff. That's a whole nother thing that they way behind in. So, they just got to catch up at one thing first. So let them catch up at Game Pass, and but until then, they're gonna stay with their same formula. The funny thing is though, Xbox has been put in this predicament of having to create Game Pass to kind of combat an issue of, dealing with, certain sales of their exclusives, right? And certain games. So Games Pass for them has been a blessing, but Sony trying the same thing, I don't know. I don't know if that would benefit them as much as for Xbox based on the type of games they make, because Xbox makes more games as a service type games, PlayStation don't. You know, so I don't know. I don't know how beneficial it will be for them to try to copy the same model unless they kind of change some of their, you know, go away from their single player only type identity, you know.
Right, and I can agree with that. Sir X-Man in the chat says Microsoft was right. Games as a service, Apex. Okay, got you. Now look, I don't know. I mean, I think Sony won the battle for sure when it came to the whole single player narrative because it has the gaming media on their tip. They have everybody. They even have Xbox now changing their tune from where they once were basically like, hey, look, man, single player games, they don't really sell all that well. I mean, EA has said the same thing. It was just an industry thing where they were like, look, we might have to start going away from single player games, but PlayStation fed strong. And then, of course, God of War, Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn sold absolutely well. And so they look like they're trying to do the same thing again. So, Lemon, do you think that PlayStation is going to win the battle again by trying to stay firm about the console, or will they eventually have to fold and start getting into the cloud computing?
Well, Sony don't fold until they start seeing everybody else getting money. That's just how it is. And their narrative with single player games, they don't have no choice. They have no online presence at all whatsoever. That's the only thing they can do is do single player games. They don't have a multiplayer billion-dollar franchise that they could keep milking for microtransactions, for season passes, and any other content. They just don't have that. They're not built like that way. So they don't have a choice. But I think Sony or any company, you got to have versatility. You can't stick with just single players because nobody's playing God of War right now. Nobody.
No.
Okay, so it's over.
Their money is done. God of War DLC with King Kong and
I did. Yeah, Jurassic World the remix. Yeah, I heard.
Oh yeah.
But nah, they don't have no choice. So of course they're gonna say whatever's gonna fit their company model. The same way they had the backtrack on the cross play. Eventually, Sony crosses over. They just always late to the party. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I don't think they're gonna stick to anything. Sony sees people doing making money, they're gonna do it. They see Microsoft, oh, we're gonna do games and services, we're gonna put Xbox, Game Pass, this, that. Sony said, oh, everybody, the Sony fans go, we got our exclusives. You'll never see our stuff on PC. Where's PlayStation now at? I'm just saying, they want to make money. They're a company. So for those people who take things personal and say our stuff, like you're making it, will never be on a platform, long as Sony see there's a buck to be made, their narrative means nothing. All they want to do is make money.
Very true. Facts. Very true. Well said. What about you, Delilah? What is your thoughts on this?
Man, Sony just speaking facts. That's it. I mean, all right. Cloud gaming is definitely a threat to consoles. I mean, it's going to be an all digital world eventually. And, you know, it's crazy. Microsoft was ready for it in 2013, but the world wasn't. It is what it is.
Facts.
Yep. Golly. Boy, we've been missing that expertise. God dang. Man, Lord have mercy. I mean, can you say that again? Because, I mean, you know, it sounded so nice. It sounded right.
No, they can just rewind and listen back. It's all good.
Okay, all right. She has learned. Anyway, so now, do you think Sony is going to cave?
Absolutely. They already got a PSN service. They just got to make a couple tweaks, and they'll be able to compete with the best of them. It may not be as good, but they'll be able to compete.
No, they got it's not a little bit of tweaks. They got to do a lot of
some
tweaks.
Work.
They got a lot.
What I'm saying is they got somewhat of infrastructure.
Right.
They're going to have to partner. Right. Trust me on this. We talked about this on Grow Women Gaming. They're going to have to partner with the Amazon. They got to partner with the Google or something in order to compete directly with.
Well, there's a rumor that they're partnering up with Verizon. So
I don't care who they partner with. You can't even change the PSN name and keep your games before 2018 with a different gamer tag. They're done.
Yeah, like right now, there's like a big three. You got Microsoft, Google, and Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't partner with either one of them, you still at the bottom of the total. So it is what it is.
All right.
They just you know saying what's going to inevitable. They know what's the deal. If you think about it, in the last 4 or 5 years, Sony has been the execs has been leaving. They're not going to be at E3 this year. A lot of things is changing. They're realizing that this single player stuff ain't gonna work after a while. Trust me on this.
I mean, you are on to something because I mean,
about to sell the PlayStation division.
Well, I mean, the fact of it is that look, Amy Hennig said it herself. Even with Mark Cerny, they were in that meeting and they were talking about in that interview that there's something that has to be done with single players because it's not going to thrive. It can't survive the way that it's going right now.
Right.
If you really look at it from an aspect of realistically, and I mean this is for everybody, that yes, PlayStation games, the PlayStation exclusives have sold well, but how many of those games that are single player that didn't sell well? Like, I mean, there's so many other games, there's thousands of other single player games that PlayStation has had. Like, I mean, look, Fist of the North Star, nobody talks about that. Gravity Rush, nobody talks about that.
Who?
You know Gravity Rush.
Gravity Rush.
Who?
What?
Check
this out.
Yeah, I mean,
like, only way I can see them competing is that they constantly just like
hey, yo, Fist
what's
of
that
the North
game?
Star,
Shadow
though?
of the Tomb Raider.
Fist of the North Star was by Sega because that was like a Dragon Studios.
I understand it. And Yakuza's done fairly well. I mean, that's a cult classic.
What I'm getting at is this: they're gonna have to release a ton of DLC to even compete.
Exactly.
Like, because if you think about Shadow of the Tomb Raider, that's the only way it's still a float. They had a release plan for
DLC today.
Yeah, I saw it.
So basically, what you're saying is that they gotta have a fucking roadmap and know what they're doing. You know,
they
like
basically
some
gotta
certain.
build a game, take some crap out, and release it slowly to keep people interested.
I wouldn't say that, but basically, what you're saying is that they gotta have an idea. You know, like games as a service do. You know, like a certain game that's coming out in about a week that has a roadmap. I'm just saying.
Sony wish they had a Sea of Thieves in their pocket.
You damn right. You damn right. Oh, big shout out to my man, X-Man in the chat. He said there, he said, K Mega, you ready for DOA in 4K? Bruh, after I spanked that ass deliciously, you better get ready for some DOA in 4K. Because
when you say spanking a man's ass deliciously, that don't sound right.
Yeah, it sounded weird, bro. Like,
I didn't want to do that. I'm glad y'all did that for me.
That was a rap song. That was from LL Cool J when he was at the end. That was a lyric.
He probably was talking about a woman, though.
No. That was from Jack the Ripper.
Yes, it was. It was.
When he was dipping. When he was dissing Cannabis.
Ah, okay.
You better go back and check the lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It might have been the way he said it.
And then also
Mega.
Right after that line, he said, "Look over your shoulder." This
you getting a little bit you getting just a little bit defensive there. Just a little.
He's
I know. This
is like 100 with Titanfall 3. His ass hurt.
All right. So operations. What are your thoughts about this whole Sony thing? I mean, they actually seem like they're admitting that they feel threatened by a cloud game.
All right, good talk, Op. Good talk.
Thank you. Well, he said he had to go somewhere for a minute.
Yeah,
okay.
he did say he had to step away.
Oh, that he had to take it. Anyway, okay, who else is in here? Okay, all right.
Man, you didn't get at me, man, about that.
Oh, no,
it's okay.
I'm skipping you. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead, Chuck.
Okay, but look, the way I was gonna present it, keep it short and sweet. Single player win games, multiplayer win wars. Look at the attach rate on the game. That should be on the systems with the game. That should be telling you a whole lot as well too.
Yeah, and just that speaks truth because it's like I'm not even a huge games as a service multiplayer gamer, but I know what I'm seeing. I know what I'm witnessing. I'm not blind to the fact. I don't care if God of War won Game of the Year. You know, I don't care if Tomb Raider is like a hot game. It's not about that. It's about they're gonna look at these numbers. They got a bottom line they gotta meet. They gotta pay all their employees. That's just where the industry is going. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Yeah, they still playing Red Dead right now. You don't hear nothing about God of War.
I still
and even Red Dead has a multiplayer mode.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
that's what it's all about. The multiplayer with Red Dead.
Grand Theft Auto people still play that multiplayer
because they still update that goddamn multiplayer.
Mm-hmm. But
they
that's
need
the
to
point.
figure out reformat how they do single player games and have it where they can add like more bosses and let's say like Batman Arkham the city, Arkham City.
Arkham City.
Yeah, and or the Dark Knight. Oh, no, not the Dark Knight. The
Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight. Now how they had Batman, and then they had the little circle thing, and how they had the different villains. You can just go to different places and fight the different villains or whatever. And then you ain't had to be in no particular order. They should make more single player games like that where they can add villains and they can add different modes like that and add more story to it where it won't be as taxing on the developers. So they can say, okay, we already got the landscape already laid out. We got, you know what I'm saying, we could just add villains in this area here and do stuff like that and just keep it fresh. That way when people could keep playing it, like even with that Spider-Man PS4, just keep adding more villains inside of the, you know what I'm saying? I ain't play it, so I can't say how they designed it, but I know one thing. They could add like the Green Goblin just come flying by. Now you got to fight him, or you know, just stuff like that with DLC and randomly drop it, just do updates.
They're gonna have to do something. I mean,
yeah,
because I mean, I love single player games like the next person, but
bring SOCOM back and get that online community popping again. The games that they had successful online, they should just bring back and work on them and make that investment. That's what they should do.
Or they're going to do like episodic content. I mean, that's essentially what Shadow of the Tomb Raider is. I mean, then you got Hitman. They made that episodic. Then you got Life is Strange. We know that's episodic. It's going to have to be something that, because we live and we game and a what have you done for me lately type deal.
Right. I mean, look what they did for The Walking Dead, man. That was how people was complaining. I think it was on a PC, but it was like the same instance with Tomb Raider. Like the game wouldn't have got made if Microsoft wouldn't have put the money behind it.
Right.
So they got it a year first. So that same scenario they have with the PC. So I'm kind of sad like with the people, you know, so I got an understanding on that. So yeah, you're right. Episodic games could be something serious. I mean, if it's done right.
I mean, either that or every single player game's gonna have to be like Halo, where you got a great single player and a great multiplayer. You're gonna have to have both, or one or the other, or just multiplayer only, or single player and multiplayer. It's gonna be no other option, really.
Hey, boy, you look at
I got a question for you, Delilah. Name one Japanese online great game.
Monster Hunter
Online.
That's it.
I said Phantasy Star Online. Phantasy Star Online. They still got it in Japan, Phantasy Star Universe or whatever you call it. It's still a hotness over there, and I wish they'd bring it over to the States. I play it on PC all the time.
Okay,
it is what it is.
Hey, you consider Battlefield a multiplayer, single player?
Splatoon 2 is doing really well. You got Smash Brothers. Of course,
Man,
Monster
nobody's
Hunter.
talking on Switch. Go sit down.
Hey, no. He said great. He said good online multiplayer Japanese.
Smash Brothers, people mostly
look,
online.
And I'm saying
online Nintendo, they need to fix that.
Oh, I'm not denying that.
Yeah,
I never denied that they
own the game.
online.
I own that.
Like, you know what's the problem if you got to give out a 15-letter code in order to get a friend?
All right. I'm back.
Or tell each other which server you in to play the game together.
Hey, look, I've been saying that. They online is literally archaic as shit. That they need to step it up. I have not denied that.
Did y'all talk about the Xbox Live being on Switch yet? Y'all talk about that?
No, segue.
Yeah,
I'm here.
I know y'all.
I'm here. I'm back. Y'all hear me? Yeah.
The GDC topic about Microsoft putting their Xbox Live on Switch.
I want to go in on this one.
Yes,
definitely.
Yes,
because I got some facts on it.
All right, so all right, go ahead, Delilah. Go ahead and get it. Go ahead and talk about it. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Bloody. Like, go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
So,
all right, go ahead.
So first off, we gotta make sure that
get my horn ready.
Yeah. Well, hang on. First, we gotta make sure that we get a shout out to the man who actually found the article first and put it out before every news article started getting to it. And that's our boy Avers. Yes. He was the first one to start putting it out, and right after that, Windows Central, and literally everyone came out for him. So good job to him for finding that. But here's the thing, right? So it was announced that Xbox Live was releasing their XDK or their cross-platform dev kit, or not dev kit, the XDK, their cross-platform for Xbox Live to be able to make it used across multiple platforms such as iOS, Android, and there was even talks about the Switch. Here's the thing about this, right? This isn't a stretch on what they're trying to do, because of the fact that we already know that they want to put Xbox Live on more than one, just the Xbox console. They want to have it on every device possible. But here's the real aspect of it, especially when people started mentioning and showed that they were talking about the Switch, right? They already do that. And there's a specific game that they already do that on, and that's Minecraft. Minecraft has become Microsoft's testing ground for everything that they do, just like Source and everything on that, Gary's Mod, all that is Steam's testing ground. They made it to where for using crossplay and all that aspect on Minecraft, you have to be able, they made it to where you had to be able to use and link a Microsoft account to it to be able to pull up my Xbox Live, so that way it would sync to Xbox as well as their PC and everything there. Yeah. Them extending that is not so far out of the question, because everything that's in the Xbox Live XDK is going to be the bare bones of Live. It's going to have access to messages, leaderboards, friends list, as well as achievements. You know, the small things. It's not going to be the full aspect. Doesn't mean that it can't change in the future. But we've seen that they've already set the groundworks ahead of time, testing it out with that one game, just like we've seen with every other move that they make. They test it out, set the groundworks to be able to expand it to everything in the future. Them doing this right now, especially with the announcement of xCloud, this isn't a big stretch at all.
Pew, 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 pew.
Thank you, Delilah. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. You done?
Yes.
Don't. Okay. Because you're gonna get this anyway. All right.
That's why Delilah set it off, man.
I know. All right.
Thank you, Delilah. Thank you.
Do you care that Live is on the Switch?
No, because I got a Switch. Play up and off and no more.
You're a multi-gamer now. You back on the saddle now. Yeah.
Nah, I'm an Xbox, so I died. I just play it for fun when I'm at the office or something.
That's what you play on the shitter.
Yeah. Like, some games you can play on it, some games you can't. But you know what? It's already there now. I could talk on Xbox Live off of my phone. Right now, I can jump in parties and all that stuff. It's not too hard to do. It's not. I wasn't like surprised about it. Now, Microsoft got a good little thing going on with Nintendo. They're playing buddy right now.
They besties right now.
They support each other.
So they do anything. They cross playing with each other and all that stuff. So it's nothing wrong with that. And Microsoft can help them with their online service. That's dog shit.
Nah, they don't even need it. They don't even need to build it up. If they're making this cross XDK for Live, why don't they just double down on and say, hey, why don't y'all just use our online infrastructure?
But you can't. We're talking about a Japanese company.
And yet they've
already from the West.
Hey,
we from the West, and we give out the best. You got to
think about everything that they've already been doing. It may be a Japanese company, but here's the thing: Nintendo ain't stupid like a lot of others.
They stupid what they put out. What they talking about? Only giving you this $20.
Yeah,
it's $20 for this bullshit ass internet.
Hey, but it's for a year though.
They have their moment.
They have them.
I'm put this way. Yeah, you got smacked, but I play Paladins online against people and stuff like that. It don't play like Xbox play. It don't.
Right. I don't think the games are going to be per se on there like that. I think it's going to be primarily used for just crossplay. I think that maybe some smaller titles, because I know that Super Lucky's Tale is going to be on the Switch. And maybe like small indie titles, might come over to where they have the opportunity for
it. Might be a success over there.
Yeah, like Cuphead, soccer cars, things like that. Those type of games will be there. I think it's just for people to where they just hop into their account, get those achievements. It's kind of smart, because in a way you still are within the Xbox umbrella, but you're on another console. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to see Halo or Gears on a damn Switch. I know that there's fanboys that want that just to say they told us so, but that's not going to happen, man. That's just not happening.
Can't make it. Check this out. You got to think about this here. If you don't adapt, you die. So we was talking about a little while ago, you know what I'm saying, bringing it back. We was talking about PlayStation with their infrastructure about, you know what I'm saying, this online on gaming that's going to be in the near future, because digital is going to be everything. Nintendo know this. They know they have to adapt, and they have to adapt fast. So who would they gravitate to? And is Microsoft, because they got, you know what I'm saying, they got the same options like Apple, Amazon, Google, they have those options, but they gravitate toward Microsoft. It ain't Microsoft always had their hand out for Nintendo. Nintendo is reaching to Microsoft for a reason, and it's because they have to adapt. Because if they don't adapt to with this future from the brain, So yeah, they're gonna have a lot of Xbox to have their
Hey,
stuff.
who's eating? Who's eating?
You know it's live wire. Why you asking?
Live.
How the hell am I eating? I ain't eating
My
shit.
bad. That was me. That was me. I plead the fifth. That was me.
Sorry, live.
That was me. I thought I muted myself. My bad.
I'm so used to live assassinating pretzels at night.
Oh no!
My bad.
I'm like, yeah, I'm about to cut off a head. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's about to get
for the show.
somebody's about to get the
shit.
man. Okay.
He's like, y'all ain't shit.
Yeah. With live, you're the Donald Trump. You just don't have, you know what I'm saying? We saw you with all those whoppers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
So
all your favorite.
Touch me based
you
on
still eat them leftovers.
Yo, that's bad. He all up in your trans fat diet. That's disrespectful.
You know what, man?
Trans fat diet. Oh God.
Can't stand y'all.
Whoa, don't take that, live. Don't take that.
I know it's
Oh man. Anyway, all right. So let's get to it, man. Let's talk about the game of the year, man. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be played on the Xbox with that's powerful as 4 Titans. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that.
Anthem? Talk about that Anthem?
Crackdown 3, baby.
Oh, that game.
Crackdown 3. Look, last week, we didn't have the show. So I do kind of want to talk about the whole, Crackdown reveal, how everybody's felt about it. Critics is blasting it after, a couple of weeks. We was just talking about the one. Well, there was a couple of them. There was more than one that they were talking about. It was, it was great. It was goddamn spectacular. The multiplayer and all that. So now it's. Is it going to hit a 70? Is it going to get over a 70 Metacritic score? So I'm going to go straight to you with this one, Operations, man. What do you think about this whole craze of so many people that's criticizing Crackdown 3, and is it warranted after what you've seen?
There's a couple weird things surrounding Crackdown 3 right now, like the destruction in the cloud. I understand, like, from when they first showed it off, that interview they had with IGN. They showed up the destruction to them is not what they promised back then. Of course, they had to scale back to get it working, but like it's weird because like they revealed it at EXO, nobody cared, but they showed it again at IGN now, so everybody's like noticing the issues with it. It's like weird discrepancy I'm noticing with it. But as far as like it's weird because we established back a Cuphead with that big ass fiasco. The dude was dog shit at the tutorial. We established back then in the game goes, if they're trash at the gameplay, if it's looking garbage, we ain't hear nothing they're saying. IJ comes out, they're garbage in the gameplay. I'm listening to them playing it like these songs don't give a fuck about the game at this point. Like they don't even know what it is, they don't even care, and everybody's taking a word like it's gospel around all of a sudden now. So I'm a little confused on that. Like we established the trash, we don't believe what they're hearing, but now it's in your favor. Don't believe what they're hearing. Like come on now. Like I understand like the criticism warranted about the how it was downscaled with the destruction ability. I understand how criticism that's warranted at this point. But you look at what they're applying with it, look at what they're doing in game, because I actually play a few matches with it. The destruction is still there. You can still destroy the entire map if you want to, besides the floor. You got to stand on. But all that is still there. It's just been scaled back. There's not much detail. It's not as fully rendered as a city. It's like hollow out buildings pretty much. But like that's still present in the game. As far as most of this criticism warranted, no, it's not. You already know it's from these quote unquote Xbox podcasters, right? They're getting a few licks in, trying to appeal to all the PlayStation fanboys and whatnot. And of course, the PlayStation fanboys don't even give a damn about the game right now. But they're still gonna talk shit about it because why not? It's Xbox.
Yep.
So it's like they're getting hit on two fronts. The quote unquote Xbox podcasters they're saying they're for the game, but they're just really just shit on it for the dumbest of reasons. And there's PlayStation community coming against it as well, and top of the media as well, because it's lucrative for them to hate on the Xbox game because it's been working this whole gen. Why stop now? Yep. So like it's really nothing new surrounding it. It's sad. As far as Metacritic, I don't give a damn about it. It's probably gonna be low anyway, because why would it not be low? It's not. It doesn't fit like the criteria of what makes a quote unquote great game nowadays. It's not full realistic. The story, as far as we know, doesn't hold your hand pretty much. The gameplay is actually fire because if you notice, most games are actually quote unquote great. The gameplay is average or lacking or just above average at that point. So this game is gonna get hammered at launch. It's gonna get hammered probably for the rest of the year. So for most people, it's not gonna be a good game. For us, we're actually looking forward to the game. It's gonna be great for us.
All right, cool, nice. You hear that, Xbot? You need to get this young man our rookie of the year on the show sometime, man. He sit there and spitting facts. All right, Delilah, what is your thoughts about Crackdown? Did you get a chance to play it
Yes,
yet?
I played the tech test, the
Yes.
Warzone tech
Is
test.
it
Now,
is it worth all this hate?
well, you mean it? You mean the fake hype, the people constant criticism?
Yes.
I hate when people say this game too hyped up. No, it's just constant criticized. I hate when people say the hype. This game has never been hyped. Okay,
No.
ever. Okay, it's been criticized from the jump. It's destined to get bad Metacritic scores. It is what it is. I've accepted it, and I'm gonna play it for what it is. I did get a chance to play Warzone when I first jumped into it. I'm like, man, what is this junk? Like, I couldn't wrap my head around it. But after maybe the 6 or 7 match, I'm like, yo, I get it. I understand why they had to do the lock on targeting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you really got to use the environment to keep from getting killed. I finally got a hang of the game, and it was a lot of fun. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I don't care about what the Metacritic score says. I don't care about what IGN says. They ready. They're sitting back chopping at the bit to destroy this game. They're ready to destroy this game. And it is what it is. I accept it for what it is, and I'm going to just enjoy the game.
Word. Okay. All right. What about you, Triple Cup Chuck? Have you had a chance to play it or see the reveal, all that stuff? I know that you've been seeing all the crazy criticism about it on Twitter.
All right, with Crackdown, I'm kind of glad what Microsoft had did when they kind of let it die down, because the game was getting stupid hate at first. Everybody giving it a chance to die down, and Terry Crews, I know we're gonna talk about it, but he sold the game times 10 to me now. When I seen it, with the Metacritic, the stuff that they be going off of, I want somebody to come out with, you know what I'm saying, one that just comes out just strictly for fun factor. Because a game like this here, it's not about the resolution. I mean, it looks pretty. That's all I want. And the red runs, it got to just be smooth. And then the fun factor. I was hearing a lot of people talking about the lock on target, but then I'm looking at the way this game is made. I'm like how Delilah said, it makes sense. And the only thing I can see is, okay, this person got a lock on target. You jumping out in the air, you spinning, you throwing stuff. There's no way possible you could be able to actually aim and shoot and hit a person. But then they want you constant movement. So if you locked on somebody, they want you to jump around the building, jump over the sky, and then come throw some car at them or something like that. It's one of those type of games where you just have fun. Y'all all talking shit, laughing while y'all in the party. And if you got Game Pass, it's free, so everybody should be jumping on this here. I mean, just day one dive on it. Forget what Metacritic gonna say. Forget what all the critics gonna say. I'm saying it's gonna be in the 80s. That's my prediction. But forget what they gonna say. It don't even matter. We gonna all jump in this game together because it's on Game Pass. We gonna have fun. We're gonna have a blast, and we all gonna rate it by our own standards.
Right, that's the issue with gamers nowadays. No one wants a fun game anymore. They want these theatrics surrounding the game, because it's like you can shoot for a pretty game. That's cool. I'm for it. But like, if that's like the main point of your game, it's like the main thing people get back from your game.
Those walking simulators.
Yes.
Yep. Walking sims.
Unless it's a point and click adventure, that's cool. But if you're calling yourself action adventure game, or you have light RPG mechanics, and your gameplay's forgettable, like what the fuck's it? What's the point? What is the point at that moment?
Yeah.
So like, and people are saying the game is like dog shit compared to what? I don't remember the last cell shaded game we had this gen. I don't think Agents of Mayhem was cell shaded. I can't remember. I didn't play the game, but like. This is
it's not cell shaded. No.
Yeah.
Well, as a matter of fact, it reminds me a lot of what Crackdown looks like.
Yeah. They took the graphics, the cell shaded graphics of it and just ramped it up to 11 with this game.
Yeah, well, I mean, what I've heard of it was that they said the combat was good. Mm-hmm. It just feels like it's Crackdown from last gen. My whole thing is like, if the gameplay works, it works. Like, you don't just fucking change shit just for the sake of changing.
It's like changing Halo. Like,
no game in history ever do that.
You know what that started with? God of War this gen. Every game needs something like God of War.
Everybody keeps on.
I mean, look at Uncharted 1 or Uncharted 4. That's the same damn game.
Yeah.
Spider-Man since forever.
See the
except
difference
for the crate, you gotta move the crate, get on the box, get on top of the crate.
Hey, your tag team partner.
People are acting real stupid about ever since God of War came out. People have been acting real stupid.
Like every game,
that's the only game that's really reinvented itself in that way. You know, a lot of the other games we got were remakes or remasters. Like Resident Evil, it's still Resident Evil. You know what I mean? It's not like 100% like they didn't change it like a straight up 360 or some shit, but
like they did 7.
They completely they
modernized it.
They modernized it, but they also retouched up the story.
But that's what you need to do. My thing is like that's what Crackdown. That's what we asking for Crackdown. Nobody's people that want Crackdown are
getting Crackdown.
Yeah, getting Crackdown. But if you don't like it, that's fine. Nobody's telling you, like, bro. I don't understand the big thing. Like, number one, I'm not a huge God of War fan. I've played it, and I'm still not a huge God of War fan. But you know, I've heard the arguments of like, well, I didn't like God of War 1, 2, 3, Ascension, but now I like the new one, and that's fine. But you can't assume that every game's gonna, you know, take such a drastic change and you'll like it. To me, it doesn't matter either way. I mean, I thought both of them were cool. I think God of War the way it was fine. God of War the way it is now is fine. But yet and still, I'm not like, oh my God, this is the best game I've ever. It's cool either way. You know, I don't see like the whole idea that all games have to play this one way. You know, everything has to be third person over the shoulder. You know, you gotta make it RPG type elements.
PlayStation exclusive template, you mean? Like,
yeah, but my thing is, but it drives me crazy when people are like, well, this is how all games should be now. Are you insane?
Jesus Christ.
Are you insane? Is that all you want? You just want to play the same. Yo, can't make it. I think I was telling this to Bone the other. I bought the PlayStation, the PS4, maybe like a couple. What was it, November? And I played a lot of PlayStation games, and I got burnt out because after you play Uncharted, and then The Last of Us, and then God of War, and then another Last of Us. And then the other Uncharted, Lost Legacy, and then you play The Order, and then you play what's the other?
The robots.
Bro, you get burnt out from playing. It feels like you're playing the same shit. You know, the story, but like, and that's only because I'm playing it because I just got the PlayStation, so I'm playing all the games being the same, but like in succession versus them being completely spread out. If they were spread out, it probably wouldn't feel like that. But playing it back, I feel like I'm playing the same shit.
And real quick, PSA.
No one's saying
no one's saying they're talking each other.
Being honest,
but he's not lying, right?
He's not lying, but he's still gonna get the hate mail.
No, and he's gonna get the hate mail because of the fact that there's this extremist. Hang on. So I gotta complain about this, right? And he makes up a good point about every game feeling the same because of the fact that a lot of the changes that some of those games made were completely understood by the devs. For people who don't know, when I was at PAX South just about a month ago, I got to talk to Cory Barlog, right? The creative director of God of War. Everything that I told that man about my issues with God of War's combat and a lot of the changes, he said he understood because some of those were coming from games that people wanted. The lock-on in God of War was completely garbage, and he said the reason they added a lock-on was because of the fact that it was a complaint coming from Dark Souls players. The Dark Souls players who were playing God of War wanted a lock-on system. It does not work for that game. Them adding the threat indicator was because of the fact that it was a necessity, but they didn't
Dark Souls and Demon Souls. I get it.
Exactly. And when they added the threat indicator, they added that because of the fact that they had too many variety of long range characters that made it hard without having some sort of indication of when you're being hit from out of range from a character you don't know. But they only did that because of the fact that a lot of players who are going to be playing this weren't used to that from Dark Souls, from having long range characters. So they had to do that, but it wasn't built to where it was really visible because of the fact that they had to make a decision on that. A lot of those complaints that Op and I and others have brought up are things that even the devs themselves understand. So people who are complaining or saying, this is completely, everything's the same. And some of them hate that fact, but they added it because that's what's being requested. So before anyone gets mad and calls out bullshit about everything being samey, it's for a reason.
All right. I mean, we got to think about we got choices though, but like it's more like okay, we'll Crackdown. If a person just wants to just have that fun, just running around, jumping, blowing up stuff, and shooting stuff, you got somebody like they can play that. If you want a story-driven game, you got your story-driven games. If you want a futuristic game that you go out in space and shoot stuff, you got your Halo type games. If you want something that's grounded that you shooting and you want to see glory, you got your Gears of War, you got your Forzas, we got different types of games for different type of gamers. We don't have to have the same type of gamer. So if you don't like Crackdown, it's cool. They got these other type of games for you. But we still, if you like Crackdown, you got the opportunity to play a game that you like. So if you like this game, it could be a 70, 60, or 50 on the Metacritic score. But if you like this type of game, we got you. Now,
exactly. It's all about having variety. That's what it is. Because look at Days Gone.
My only complaint with Crackdown was that it felt as if you could tell that the game was developed by two different teams. Like, for instance, the UI, where you select your guns and all that, your health meter, all of that.
Because wasn't it first being done by Ruffian before it got moved to Sumo?
Yes, but all of that looked different from what we've seen from the campaign videos. Like everything just looks completely different.
It might be different now, Delilah, since the last time you played it.
No, she has a point though, because
I played the thing yesterday.
Yeah, the tech session.
Oh no, but that's different. You're talking about that's the difference between multiplayer. So yeah, it'll be different.
Yeah, the UI
the campaign is definitely probably different than the multiplayer.
But what I'm saying is that what's cool about it though is that they still got a week to make it all kind of look similar,
nice and pretty. Yeah,
right. They got because doing a UI is the bare minimum is like not as involved as changing like the structure or some landscape in a game.
Yeah,
UI is something they can swap out quickly.
Well, the other thing I've been hearing people say is that that Crackdown, they don't. I don't know where they heard this from, but they said that the team doesn't have any plans of adding anything to the multiplayer. I don't know about that, man. I don't.
I mean, it remains to be seen. We don't know what kind of support they're gonna have for after the game launches now.
Yeah, but even with that being said, I don't see them just like releasing a game and just saying fuck it, like
because the DLC for that game is supporting the game.
Yeah, no, live. We got a live. I played a tech. We got a demo. We got a little miniature demo. We got a little taste. You know what I'm saying? You get a little sugar. You know what I'm saying? On the thing, you want the whole sugar pack. You can't have it all. We got a little thing. We can't. It's 2 modes in there. We can't play the other mode. Yeah, you only can play 1 mode.
That's not what I'm talking about.
But it's they're not. They're going to back that game. Look what Microsoft has done. They have backed up They have backed up Gears of War, Halo, Forza. They're not known for not backing up their games.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying.
Yeah, well, the game.
But you got people. But you got people. They ain't played the game.
But this is what I'm going to say. Crackdown is not in the same sphere as or the tier as Halo, Gears, and Forza.
Why would you say that?
Well, it's not.
I'm appalled by you saying that.
No. Let me finish. Let me finish. The Crackdown is more in the same area as State of Decay and
it's a double-A style game.
Yeah, it's more. Look, this is the thing.
Double-A.
Double-A. Yeah, that's more of a double-A game.
10 out of 10 double-A.
Yeah,
man, y'all got some. Man, y'all be on that pony.
No.
Like somebody turning pony.
Hold on.
Hang on there, sir.
I am not. But hold on. Let me make this point. Look, I am that. You know what I'm saying? You will never hear me, as much as I love Sea of Thieves, right? But you'll never hear me say Sea of Thieves is on the same level as Gears or Halo. That's just never That's never going to happen.
Yeah,
that's unrealistic.
That's being realistic.
Yeah, you're never going to hear me say State of Decay as much as I did like State of Decay. I haven't played State of Decay in a while, but the fact of it is, I like State of Decay, and I know I'm going to like Crackdown. The fact of it is that those are a different tier of game, just like no different than PlayStation has their different tier of game, like EX Slayer and JoJo Bizarre Adventure and fucking Knack and all those. Knack is not on the same realm as a Detroit. It's just not there. It's not in the same realm. You see what I'm saying?
Can I rebuttal your argument? Rebuttal. It's late for me. I'm tired. I'm trying to play the game. I know I mix up my words. I got braces.
Hold on, bro.
I'm messing up my words.
Oh my goodness!
You always gotta hit me with a whole. Okay, when the original Crackdown came out, right? That was a AAA title, right?
No.
That was a AAA title. People love. How many people? When Crackdown came out, people saw Crack. People, man, when Halo came out, That was a new thing. When Gears of War came out, that was a new thing. You can call that AAA.
Halo, the first Halo was not AAA.
That was AAA to us, to me.
Okay,
it was that game did stuff that we never played a first person. We never got a first person title.
Halo 1. I think they spent a lot of money on Halo 1.
Halo 1 was dead. Halo 1.
Yeah, I think that was.
I'm saying, look at Gears. When Gears came out, that was new titles. No one knew nothing about.
But that was new title at that time, though.
So are you basing this off a budget?
But hey,
I ain't basing off a bump, basing off experience. I'm basing off the experience.
This experience. Know how you know for a common fact that they're gonna support this game for a long term? This is the common fact. Game Pass. They promoting Game Pass. So they're gonna come out with DLC to promote Game Pass. When on every commercial, they're gonna say something about Game Pass. So people say, oh, they're not gonna work on no DLC for this for Crackdown. That's bullshit. Game Pass gonna make them put out some DLC for this game to keep people paying this $10 every month. That's the same thing with Sea of Thieves. They're gonna keep pumping out DLC because see, they're gonna have to put out a couple of games. They're gonna keep pushing out DLC to make a person feel like every month they're gonna keep playing these games. Then they're gonna have they big AAA games that they drop, like they Halos, Guilds, they Forza, they putting in Game Pass like once every 3 to 4 months, and then you got your other little small titles, and then you got your other game like I say, Sea of Thieves. That's maybe the next state of decay, because this one here was good, but they don't have its full potential. Microsoft fully behind on this next one, completely behind it. It's gonna have that potential. It's gonna have them legs to be in Game Pass. That's gonna be their promotion right there. They DLC.
And also, if you notice, Game Pass changed how they market their games as well. Because it's like they're putting more in the Game Pass to actually market individual games. Because Microsoft right now, to a degree, they don't care what you buy from them, but as long as you subscribe to Game Pass, because it supports all of them at this point, pretty much. So you're not going to see a commercial for Crackdown 3, but what you will see is a commercial for Game Pass. They have a little scissor reel. Hey, you want to try these games? Subscribe to Game Pass. You can play them there. So you're gonna probably see more of that from Microsoft than like these brute force marketing pays for a single game.
I think also the reason why they have all of these new studios working on multiple titles is because not only that the bigger studios are going to work on a $60 plus big budget game, they're going to be working on a Game Pass game as well. Right. I think the only two or three, maybe 4 studios that won't is going to be the Initiative, 343. But I mean, hell, 343 can make Halo Wars be a Game Pass game now. You know what I'm saying? I think the Halo Wars 3 would be a perfect game to be on Game Pass.
I mean, Halo Wars 2 is in there right now, and they're dropping more content this year for the game as well, too.
And Halo Wars is amazing.
Halo Infinite gonna be.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm saying, like, I think that they're going to have 2 different tiers of games. I think, like, maybe Ninja Theory is going to be working on big, strong titles, and Initiative will be working on big, strong titles, and also the 343, and then the Coalition. Everybody else, they'll be making smaller tier to those double AA type of games. You know what I'm saying? So they have a good strategy. And it's a good way to market. Plus, if you got like if you add like newer type games to come on the Game Pass, like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which was really smart. Now I said that like 2 weeks ago. I said I'm thinking it was going to be like maybe like Jump Force or something like that, which I was completely wrong on. But it was still a newer type of game. I mean, that game was only like 5 months old.
$57.
Yeah, it's still a $50 game. So that was a good look. So. It's all going to just come down to that. But anyway, man, let's go ahead. You know what? We're going to go on time because we have our special guest come on here. So we're going to go ahead and start wrapping it up. But we got to get that. We got to get down to doing our fail of the week. And so I'm going to go to you, Delilah HD. Our fail of the week. And it could be anything. It could be politics. You could be mad at your hairdresser. It don't matter. What is your fail of the week? And people in the chat, let me know what your fail of the week is.
Fail of the week?
Yes, your fail of the week. We do that every end of the show now.
Oh dang! Pass. I gotta think about it.
Okay.
Come back to me.
Okay. All right. Come on. 108 Dragons TV. It's probably your big ass bunion that's hurting. But anyway, what's your fail of the week?
My fail of the week is not whooping your ass in 2K.
Hey, meet me on that Tekken or meet me on that Madden. Meet me on that Madden.
Niggas. Oh, you know what?
No, see, look at you. I got you talking out of the element.
My bad. Forgot where we was at.
Yeah. Hey, what's your fail of the week, bro?
I just told you.
You personal shots. Okay, I got it. Right.
You want something else?
Give me one more.
I don't have nothing else. That's the only thing I'm focused on. 2K and your ass getting whipped. That's it.
You want some of that? I'm up for the night. Let's go.
Free smoke.
Yeah, you know what? I ain't gonna say that shit. You want this fade, you get it. Anyway, live wire. Donald Trump. I know you ready. You got all types of fails of the week. Let me know what's your fail of the week, bro.
My biggest fail of the week is probably I got two of them. I got one is all the PlayStation diehards that are mad at people for enjoying Crackdown. That's a big ass fail.
That is a big fail.
And the other one is Giannis's selection of the All-Star team. What the fuck was he thinking? His team is trash.
Facts.
Whose team?
They all small too.
Giannis picked a terrible All-Star team. So LeBron, he finessed the shit out of his ass. I was like, you let this motherfucker get Kevin Durant, James Harden, Anthony
Ben
Davis,
Simmons, yeah.
Not even Ben Simmons, Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving. I'm like, bro, his team, his starting five.
It might be the best All-Star team in the history of this game.
Bro, LeBron he got two dollars at this point.
He did his ass. Giannis was out there. I'm gonna pick people that to this first All-Star game. I'm like, bro, you got to pick a terrible team then.
He should have picked me. Forget it.
He
had a better chance.
He should have picked him to at least pick his team for him.
Hey.
Boy,
at least pick James Harden.
I got mine. I finally got my fellow of the week. Anthony Davis. The fact that he wanted to get a trade from the the Pelicans, and he's staying for the rest of the season.
I'm watching that game right now.
That's how he holding that L for real. Because how you go? They still missed a trade deadline, so he got to be stuck there with the team he don't even want to play for at this point. He got to hold that L.
Hey, you got to take a light on. You got to take a light on him. I know you telling the truth. You telling the truth, but you got to just take a light on him for me. Just take him light.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
all right,
man. You gotta hold.
You know
that
what
L.
it reminds me of? Because I'm a big Nets fan. It reminds me of when Jason Kidd was on the team. And I was like, man, this team ain't shit. And Cass was mad at Jason for getting traded to Dallas. But I'm like, bro, have you watched these games? This just ain't even close no more. Like, he went from being in the finals to the team not even making the playoffs. Like, nah, man, I ain't gonna do that to him.
I can't get past. Like, I'm starting to not like the product, the NBA product. But another one though, just caught me off guard. Was Childish Gambino. He bleached his beard blonde, and it just looks ridiculous on him, man.
And after having that dope ass video,
yeah, undo that, please.
I mean, it's Childish Gambino. He's been weird for a long time. I don't know.
Yeah, but this a little left to me though. This just
that's just
again,
like,
Don Glover. That's just Don Glover.
He is
like he put ground beef on his chin. Like it looks.
Oh damn!
She said ground beef, ground
damn.
90%. That's
it's
hilarious.
on Twitter. Go take a look. It's on Twitter.
Oh man! And big shout out to Xbot448. He said his fail of the week was not playing not getting able to play the beta test on Hey man, I feel
I couldn't do the whatchamacallit, man.
Man, I'm glad that I tried it and I enjoyed it. Like that's the thing. I was nervous. I was super nervous. But it was fun. A lot of fun.
Isn't that how crazy that like fanboys and craze just people just hyping up hate for something makes you nervous for a game that you was over here and just ready to enjoy the play that you hope he was just not bad. That's crazy. But I mean,
okay, my other fail. I this is a last minute one. People that hating on Doc Cupcake for enjoying Crackdown and started harassing his ass while playing.
Hey, I know. Hey, that is a fail, but he was a little extra with it. He was, I
mean, you got to think about this, K Mega. The guy was legitimately happy that his likeness was in a video game. What did you know? Like, if any one of us here, no, it's different from making yourself in the game. No, they put his likeness in the game. So if anyone was actually got their likeness, any one of us here, we would be hyped to shit for having that.
It was his hypeness was just a little weird acting, but I'm not. Look, I don't know.
That's just Doc. He's a little silly guy, but I mean, he did not deserve that.
No, he didn't deserve it. No, I'm not saying that he deserved that type of thing.
Doc Cupcake is actually good people in real life, though.
But no, he didn't deserve that fuckery. But the fact of it is that look, it would be dope. I mean, look, I'm hoping that Don, when he gets done with Project Pimp Cup, that he'll have K Mega likeness somewhere in something, instead of just having my name in the credits, because I got to have Project Pimp Cup, man. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, if anyone makes like a street brawling game, you got to put me in there. Just saying. Well, or an anime game. I'll take either one.
I have put my $200 worth of mental shit into his head about what I expect this game to be like. So I'm like, man, this shit better have some brawling. It better have some everything in it, Jack. You know what I'm saying?
Better have some fun, honeys.
Yo, I'll tell you this. I'm enjoying my Nintendo Switch, though. I ain't think I would, but I'm enjoying this shit. This Legend of Zelda is the truth, man. Fuck that. This shit is the real deal.
Anyway, all right. Triple Cup Chuck, what's up, bro? What is your fail of the week, man?
All right, my fail of the week was on the Daily Show. No, the Xbox. That's what it's called, the Daily Show, huh?
Inside Xbox.
Inside. Yeah, I don't know why I keep calling it the Daily Show. Oh, the Inside Xbox. Okay, Inside Xbox, right?
That's Trevor Noah, dog.
Yeah, yes. Some shit just be happening. But man, my fail of the week was I watched it, but when I watched it on my phone. So when I watched it on my phone, I ain't get my whatever they was giving away for free shit. You know,
you weren't signed into your Microsoft account.
Oh yeah, you was at work like me. I was watching it.
Yo, that's just how I watched it too. But I you know, saying, hey, oh girl, she pretty straight. I like her. She cool and she know her shit.
Yeah,
the girl that looked like Overwatch.
She was definitely ready. So
she ready.
Hey, she was asking some questions like wait till they let her loose. That's the only thing I can see. Is like, man, when they let her loose, she gonna be something serious because she look like, okay, I fuck with these games. I like this game. Look, I want to know about the Halo movie too. I know that ain't on script, but what about that? No girl looking at her like,
you're not gonna talk about that. That's what's yet.
But she did that for the fans, and she a fan, and you know what I'm saying? People like that. Now that's the person I personally think that could take over for Major Nelson. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like that with a little spunk. And like I said, she remind me of that girl off of Overwatch. You know, the girl with the shaved hair on the side,
Yeah,
her. But you know what I'm saying, just with blonde hair.
Yeah. Well, she always have her hair usually in different colors or whatever.
Yeah. Look, all the young cats needs to take over, like the whole, like Rukari and all of them.
Eventually happen. I mean, look, I think it'll be either the British guy that'll take over Major Nelson.
Graham
Major Nelson retires, or Rukari, because you can kind of tell that that's kind of where it's.
I think it's gonna. I think they're gonna let the whole thing go to all those young cats. I was like, Rukari's definitely got like talent for certain aspects, like especially his interviews. But Graham has that boisterousness. He's got the personality for it. So I think it's really going to be all of them together doing it if they take over.
That would because they're gonna take a lot of energy to fill his role. Because Major Nelson was a stepper. I ain't gonna lie.
Let's be real. Major Nelson like a car salesman. Man, I ain't paying.
Hey, he may be a car, but hey, if he a car salesman, you got to give them like respect because the fact that they got to be animated. Like they got to be animated though.
Trust me, I like Major Nelson just like the next person, but I'm so over it. Like I'm ready for that new blood. I'm ready. I'm glad they're making this transition.
You ready? You ready for them to pass on that baton?
I'm ready for the transition.
Yes, he ran his time.
I feel like they late. I feel like they late to the game.
I just seen the new advertisement for Metro. That commercial is dope. I'm watching, and finally, thank you, Xbox. It's during the NBA game right now. I'm watching the New Orleans play the Timberwolves, and the Metro.
Isn't it weird that they advertising that game more than Crackdown though? Like to me, it just feels wrong.
It's that marketing deal. It's that sweet marketing money.
But Crackdown 3's first party though, like that's the part that's. They treat their own kids like redhead stepchild. Like,
I get it. I get where you're coming from, and we could have seen more advertisements. But let's be honest here. The more advertisements that we would have seen for Crackdown, the more it really wouldn't have, because of the fact that there's been so much negativity and stigma towards that game. No matter what they did, everyone was just gonna be like, "Oh, they're putting more money in a failing game. They're wasting more money on this product. Why the fuck are they wasting all this money for all this advertisement? Because no one's gonna play. It's gonna flop like every other thing. Why would they go and subject themselves? They put enough attention on it. They did it on the showcases. They showed it off. They put it on Inside Xbox. Plus, they've also made. Hang on. They're advertising for no. They're advertising for the game is with Xbox Game Pass. Every Xbox Game Pass commercial.
You already said this. We're at the end of the show. That's it. We're at the end of the show. We're at the end of the show. It's do you got your?
He said, "Hold on." He said, "Hold on." Hold on.
No, he told me, "Hold on." We're at the end of the show. You're gonna tell me to hold on. What's your Knuckles? What is your fail of the week?
Can this count as a fail of the week?
Yeah. Because it. Oh, whatever.
Nah, this could be occurring. Don't count.
Yeah, no. If you want a real fail of the week, probably I think it was on Sunday. I did a stream in Metro and realized that my mic wasn't picking up for like 20 minutes until someone pointed it out.
Oh man, that's trash.
Yeah,
that's bad. But that's okay. That's okay. How far are you in Metro right now?
I think I'm at the end of it because I'm heading toward. I just got to the nuclear site to get the rockets and Metro 2033, so I'm right at the end.
Good deal. All right. Okay. Yeah, we at 2 hours, bro. We're a little bit over 2 hours. I think we're hold on. We're at 2 hours right now. Yeah, we're gonna get done with the show at a record time. That's a damn shame. We ain't going no 3 hours, baby. We're at the end. 100. What is your fail of the week?
Oh shit, my fail of the week. Yeah, I had a whole lot of fails this week. Shit.
Well, let us know.
I fell down the stairs at the job.
Oh,
don't tell nobody that shit though. I've been trying to play all these damn betas, and I've been staying up, and I got to get up early in the morning. I hate that as a failure. I'm not a morning person, so that's a failure right there. But other than that, no, I'm just trying to knock all these betas. You know, you got the demo, got Devil May Cry new demo out.
That's right.
I'm trying to play all this time. I'm trying to duck all this stuff, and I had to go to the office extra because I had my guy that I work with want to take vacations off out of nowhere, so I got to get my car fixed. No, you don't. It got out, and it's brand new. How you gonna get the car fixed? But it's cool. Can't.
Big shout out. Big shout out to Tip Diamonds saying big ups to all K Mega and the GRG fam. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I'm sorry. I just wanted to just give a shout out to Tip.
Oh, no, I'm done. Tired.
You tired?
Wait, no, I ain't tired. I'm tired because you know, you're doing this, and then I'm trying to play Division 2 at the same time. It's kind of, and this ain't easy. Division 2 is not like Division 1. These enemies ain't playing.
Really? Hey, Knuckles,
I need somebody to play with me.
I need, I'll get on with you. I need that code. I'm surprised Bam ain't in here listening, so he could, because he'd be right there, like, I'm with you.
He found me last night, and I was like,
hey, I mean, if you need a new partner, since I'm hopping that, I'm down. I'm downloading it right now. I've been able to play it.
Yeah, you hook me up with that code so I can go ahead and I can hop in get because I'm fiending for that division, man. I've been fiending for that division ever since I seen it at E3. Ugh.
Hang on, we gotta pay the bills. $5. No, hang on. That TIP?
Already paid the bills, yeah, from Tim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then did you go on their website, Mega? Because Because I did that last night. I got 4 extra codes last night when I gave them away.
So busy with between work and this computer, I ain't been doing nothing.
Because I got Xbox gave me a code, and then I just went on and automatically downloaded, and then the homies wanted to sit there, and they said they was like you, like they ain't get no code. So I said, let me see if I got a code, and let me go log into Ubisoft, and they gave me my own code plus 3 more codes, but I gave them away. I didn't know nobody need nothing. So I just went on my friend list, gave it away, because they'll let you know in your friends list if somebody already has it.
That's only if your friends on Uplay though. Just to be aware is that you have to be Uplay friends for the friend codes. Because I got a code in my email from Ubisoft, and I got one from Xbox in the message, and then I got a free other one from watching on Mixer.
You gonna spread the love?
Yeah, that's why I'm sending one to Mega right now.
That's right. Yeah. What's up, Missile? What's up, Cruise Missile? Okay, all right. And then who else is left? I think Operations. What's up, bro? What is your fail of the week?
Bro, I saw some wild shit tonight before the show.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody hating on Crackdown, but this one dude, he's a PlayStation dude. He said, "Bro, I'm going to have to try this game for myself." So he's pretty saying, "I heard y'all saying it was dog shit. I'm gonna put your opinions on a back burners and try to formulate my own by playing it myself." I'm just saying, like, why you do this shit in the first place?
Bro,
I'm telling you,
that's an intention saying, "Hey guys, I'm gonna be neutral for once." Yeah,
right. I'm telling you, man, grown ass men and women that can't stand their own 2 feet nowadays.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people that can't speak for their own, and then the people, when you do speak for your own and stand your ground, then you get called all types of crazy names because you're not assimilated. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's
Did you just say assimilated?
Yeah, you got turned to the board.
Yeah, assimilated.
Turned to the board.
No, he said assimilated.
Yeah,
like
you know we can't get our words right.
Put together.
It's 13 o'clock at night.
Simulated.
Man, we know what he was talking about. Use your mind.
Assimilated.
Listen.
You assimilate your makeup.
Yeah.
And then we come back and talk.
Sir, that's facilitate my makeup.
You might have said he graduated from a high school of Key Food. Stop it.
Yeah, that was the wildest shit I seen when I come up to LA, man. I'm about to boy Knuckles and the drivers. You know what I'm saying?
He had the Mac. At least he had the Mac.
I see. He was looking at me. He was looking at me, looking at him in the back seat.
I got you bloody. Like, is that you, nigga? Like, what?
I was like, and he's like, "Nigga, what?"
No, are we wrapping this up?
Yeah.
I just want to go ahead and get my shout out.
Okay, Mega snapping.
I mean, y'all going left, like it's crazy.
They always make fun of me for that. It's like I don't say this shit ahead of time. I do it.
Instead of buying him some makeup, some t-shirts, you should have got him some Maybelline. That's
hey, as long as it's the one that doesn't run with sweat and shit, and I'm like, I'm good.
Oh Lord,
give me that waterproof.
I need a drink now. Come on. I've been telling you.
All right. Okay, as my fill of the week. You know what I'm saying?
Not getting out on time.
Big shout out to my Rams, you know what I'm saying? Get to the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? Fuck New Orleans, I don't care about y'all's feelings. You know what I'm saying? The defense showed their ass. But
man, you talk about celebrating when New Orleans lost? Oh my God.
But you know what? Hold on. But the thing of it is like this.
New Orleans still cutting up.
He just wasn't ready for the prime time. You know what I'm saying? That damn Patriots defense
should have been playing.
Sick. But you know what I'm saying? But my Rams play, man, if my Rams played defense like that all year, nobody would have beat them, Jack, except for the Patriots. So, you know what I'm saying? That's my fail of the week.
They shut them down, though. Like,
they did.
The thing is, you hold the Patriots to 13 points and you still lose that game. That's a problem. What was the offense?
But that wasn't just Goff's fault. That's partially
that was the coach
fault. Because the thing is,
you weren't playing girl. He didn't do screens.
Because we've seen.
We got to wrap this up, fellas.
Young boys play,
and
Roethlisberger used to play like that, like Goff did. You know what I mean? So
yeah, hopefully he'll learn from it. Yeah. Hopefully, if Cooks caught one of those touchdowns in the end zone, it would have been a different
don't
story.
Blame that. That was some excellent defense. That was some Madden defense.
They were wide open in the middle. Wide open in the middle, but Other than that, that's the
they kept playing zone. They were leaving wide receivers open.
Delilah, now's your chance to leave peacefully while no one's.
No, you were going up against.
Hold on. Okay, we're done. We're done. We're about to we're doing that shout out.
Thank you.
Delilah, do your shout outs.
Excuse me. So yes, thank you, guys, for having me on. I have missed my family. I do appreciate being on here and rocking out with y'all. It was great topics.
Always.
All that good stuff. And so you guys know you can catch me on Grow Women Gaming on Saturdays at noon on the Grow Women Gaming YouTube channel. So yeah, just follow me on Twitter at Delilah_HD. And yeah, man, have me on again sometime. It was fun.
UHD.
Yeah, anytime you want, come on.
Well, see, HD, the thing is, what I try to explain people is the HD in my name doesn't mean high definition. Most people think it does, but it doesn't. So UHD really wouldn't make sense, but it is what it is. People think that's what it means. So Delilah UHD, I welcome it with open arms. It is what it is.
Okay, all right. Cool.
So when we get AK, are you UHD? Or
this Delilah_HD. It's perfect.
Delilah_HD. All right. Appreciate it, Gideon. I know you be trying to get in everybody's ass, man, especially Lemon, man. You always be in Lemon's ass, but you know what I'm saying? But
no, it doesn't. You need to correct that. This shit don't sound right. I'm about to do a sign out and just leave. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's calling HR. He's like, "Can Mega over here say some stuff that making me feel?"
Oh no, you come to E3 this year putting on makeup, we gonna have a problem.
Hey, whoa! You dissing on my style?
I didn't say anything about.
Hey, we can have this later on the interweb, man. Let's get out of here.
Hey, man,
8:50. It's 9 o'clock.
Hold on, man. He said, thanks for joining Delilah HD. Thank you.
Yes. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Where can they find you at? Where can they find you at? Triple Cup.
Oh shit!
No. Yeah, we finna get up out of there on Tuesdays. You can Heroic Vibration Podcast, Marvel DC, comic books, anime, talk, have fun, man. Just come check me out, you know what I'm saying? And right now I'm pushing for my big homie, you know what I'm saying? 108 Dragon, go sub to my people channel. I want to see him hit the next 1,000 mark. You know what I'm saying? Felt good when I see
thank you.
Oh shit, man. That's how we rock, you know what I'm saying? We all gonna look out for each other, you know what I'm saying? People out in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all that's rocking with me. Appreciate everybody on the panel, man. We're gonna do this here, man. Let's keep this party going and we're gonna keep it pumping. Let's go.
Nice. All right. 100, where can they find you at, bro?
Man, where they came from, they can find me on Twitter. I'm giving away Game Pass, 3 months, 2 of them. So I can play Crackdown next week. I'll do it next Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. Wednesday when I get from the office, I'll throw out 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? You catch me on the interweb, you can catch me on Xbox. You always catch, you know what I'm saying? On the intro media joint, and just, you can catch me on Mixer. So y'all gotta check us out, me and Live and Flip and all the rest of us. We acting crazy on Mixer. Late night gaming. Yep. So that's what we do.
All right, cool shit. Operations, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Smash tomorrow if we are doing a show. We are. Yep, we are. You find me on there. Hopefully I won't butcher it up like I did last time. Try to get my flow together. I did. It was bad. We're getting right. But hopefully I'll have my flow there like I did tonight.
Bro, you got so bad you got roasted by the guest who was for the first time listening in.
Yeah, I missed that completely, but we're gonna keep it going anyway.
All right. Yeah. All right, cool. All right. Livewire, where can they find you at, bro?
You can find me on my channel, Livewire Gaming. I've been putting up a couple of videos here and there, trying to be a little bit more consistent, but come check me out. I'll be hanging out with the fellas, shooting the breeze, talking wild, dumb shit. You know how we do.
No doubt. All right, and then last but not least, I forgot. I got to get Bloody Knuckles. Bloody Knuckles, where can they find you at?
You gonna do me like that? And after I just sent you the code, you know what, man? Let me rewind time. I'm gonna take that code back right now. God damn it! No, man. Y'all can find me all everywhere. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course Mixer.com. All at Bloody Knuckles. We are gonna be doing my show tomorrow at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. The Smash Podcast. We're going to have a special guest on there. Of course, you can catch me every Friday here with these clowns. And then you can also find me Thursdays over on Salty's channel with those guys. As well as you want to make sure that you do follow the Tick Games Network channel, because I am an official partner and co-host with JD over there doing the Otaku Fix. And of course, you want to make sure you follow me on social media, because I am doing a giveaway for some swag that I picked up from PAX South. So if you want to win some cool looking stuff, especially shirts for Crackdown, definitely check that out. And of course, you can also find me on Xbox.
Nice. All right, and then last but not least, the man that's scared to talk about ass, and we got her bunions. 108 Dragon. I
was behaving tonight, son. I see you getting started, but I'm good with that.
You already get started. I'm good. I'm not tired. I'm ready to be better after we get off the show. Anyway,
you can find me at 108.
Yeah, 700. 700. Get that man at 300. Get that man at 300, man.
I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody for coming by the channel, always subscribing, getting in those comments. Congratulations to my winner this week. Gave him that beta code for the division. I would have hooked you up, K Mega, but we not cool like that. Shout out to everybody, man. You can find me at 108 Dragons TV and everything. You follow me on Twitter. You can keep up to speed with those contests and those giveaways. And yeah, always stop by GRG and Intermediate Gaming sites. And we definitely be in those party chats at night wilding out on Mixer. That's always a bonus, especially with live cursing ass.
Oh, man. Potty mouth. All right, man. No doubt. And yeah,
get that man to 1,000.
And man, get this man to 1,000. And then also, man,
give me the 200.
I have not forgot. I said that I was going to do a giveaway, and I will give a giveaway to next week. That's the big week where all the big games come. So you'll get your choice between Jump Force, Metro, or Anthem. I got you next week.
I got one thing to say, Mega. One thing I forgot to say. At E3, me and 100 is gonna give away an Xbox One S. So that's what we're doing for E3. People like and subscribe and tune in during the show. We got some stuff for y'all out here.
That's dope.
All of us on this panel, we all got something for y'all. Facts.
Oh yeah, that's dope. I got I'll find another Kratos doll or something. Anyway, no. What I got anyway.
Damn.
That's $8. Anyway, no, I will be doing a giveaway, and it's also going to be a special week too, because it's going to be our 2nd year anniversary. Woo. And I plan on bringing something back to the show that was lost, but it is now found, and I cannot wait to bring it back. It's been long overdue. So it's going to be great. We're going to have a good time. And like I said, the giveaway to our Patreons, man, for being supporting us. You know what I'm saying? From the get, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going to get one of these dope ass games. And so
are you saying that you finally can see clearly now?
Yes, I can finally see clearly now. So anyway,
that the rain is gone.
No, because it's okay.
Wow. Bloody is on fire tonight.
And last but not least, before I get out of here, I do want to say there is a badassery. I wanted to say this a lot earlier, but I'll just get it out of here. I talked about a guy that there was this old, like 70-year-old man that fell off his bike in Australia. He broke his neck and he had to carry his neck all the way back because he was by himself in the desert. You know what I'm saying? I told about the lady that got her dog ate by a big ass alligator, and then she shot and killed the alligator because it ate a dog like 3-4 years later, made boots out the bastard. Well, this story is probably the best story out of all the stories that I've brought up so far. It is crazy. This guy was jogging in Colorado, and he was 150 pounds. He was running. He heard something in the bushes. He just so happens to look in the bushes, and a mountain lion jumps on his ass, taking him down, turning him into cat food. But you know what this man said? You know what this man did? This man said, "You ain't nothing but a big-ass cat, and I'm a human." He turned around. He got bit in the face, bit in the wrist. He fought the cat. He fought the big feline and choked the bastard out till it died. That's a man's man. That's the badassery of the year, Jack. You about to get 8 and the thing that ate was about to eat you got choked out, bruh. That's
man,
really
shit. Man, you getting that man too much credit, man. That cougar wasn't nothing but a baby.
That cougar was a junior.
It don't matter if it's a junior or not. That's a fucking big ass cat.
Hold on. That's a big ass. That's a 80, 90 pound cat.
Yeah, that's a big cat.
He was only 100. Hold on, he was only 150 pounds. I can understand if it was my fat ass and he tried to come and bite me. I was choke his ass up, I was laying on him and choke his big little ass out. But you talk about a 150 pound man. You know what I'm saying?
No. Hold on. Let's rewind that. That. Did K Mega big ass just go round? Did he just do that? Yo, man. Yo, I'm done.
You heard it out.
Mega, we need to stop. We're still going.
We're out of here. Everybody have a good weekend. See y'all next week.
Later.
Rare.